This weather report is brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The rain is back again. We'll be getting cloudy skies and heavy showers. Highs will reach the upper 40s to low 50s, and it's currently 47 in downtown Seattle. American Standard Heating and Air sets the standard for in-home comfort. Now up to $1,000 off or 60 months special financing. Visit AmericanStandardNW.com for participating dealers, program eligibility, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
It is the entire gosh darn kingdom. It is 5:46. I'm Danny Bonaducci. This is KZOK. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
Well, thank you. I like your top. It kind of, under that spotlight, it strobes a little bit. Like it
You
moves.
sparkle this morning,
Yeah.
Wow. Are you guys on LSD?
Sarah. Maybe.
Yeah.
We can't say something nice
Yeah.
unless
Or
we're drugged.
If we're going to say something nice, we must be on S.
Right.
One of those two things. So, morning, Paul.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. You?
Good. I'm well. Kids.
Morning, Danny. Your top looks great,
Thank
too.
you.
Good morning.
I noticed what shirt I'm wearing today. I don't usually, but
Yeah?
there's a lot of writing on it, and I don't like wearing message shirts.
It took
to
me a while
work.
actually to read it because there was a lot going
Yeah,
on.
it says something about the Cavern Club in Liverpool, England.
60th anniversary.
60th anniversary, and then I'm assuming a date. Although it looks a lot like the latitude and longitude, but why the hell would you do that?
Yeah, I can't
I'm not
read
going
what
to
the
find
date
it
is.
on my ship.
And is it the date's going to be like mixed up, right? Because it's British. It's going to be
Right, and it's going to have bad teeth.
Yeah.
So the reason I said it's now the entire kingdom, if you remember a day ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was, my cat bit my wife and not only startled her, but really hurt her feelings, made her cry.
Yeah.
I love you. I take care of you. Why would you do that to me? And I understand when she first bit me and hard, like not like I.
Your cat or your wife?
My both. When
It's a fair question.
I am right, I am annoying my cat.
yeah.
The normal thing for it to do is to bite me. You know, I'm bugging
Right.
it. But the joke in my house, I don't even know what the joke is. This is why I can't have a tiger. Because I always do stuff to their bellies and
Yeah.
their whiskers, and they'll eat me and kill me, and I'll die, and this is why I can't have a tiger. But my cat is clawless and clueless. Thank you. And has to get me by chomping me. So when she gets me by chomping me when I'm bothering her, yeah, so be it. Fair. You know, if I'm bleeding, it doesn't matter to me. But if I'm being nice to that cat,
Yeah.
I'm nice to that cat. Oh, I love that little kitty cat. I'm not surprised or shocked when it bites me because it's a terrible cat. I know I don't just say it's a terrible cat. It's a terrible, bad cat. It's
Yeah.
a bad cat. Yet, I do hug it and kiss it and love it and make sure there's food. I feed it at 4 a.m. That's my job specifically. And when she bites me in anger, it hurts my own feelings, and I might have been known to cry a little.
Oh.
Yeah, I know it's sad. So the other day it was my wife who got bit, and she was sad and she cried, and I said, "Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's a terrible cat." We went out to lunch. I think it was yesterday, and we come out of the underground paid parking lot, and a pigeon hits her in the face.
Oh.
Yeah,
With number two
What
or
no,
physically
no,
hits
an
her?
entire pigeon. Good question.
Wow.
An entire pigeon hits her right in the face
That's
and neck, and
scary.
she's got a little mark on her neck. What do they have?
Jeez.
Claws? They have something. Right?
Talons.
Beak,
Peckers?
talons,
I don't know what do they have.
Talons.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
my wife was attacked by something that had talons.
Or it was a vampire pigeon and was going straight for her neck with its teeth. No?
I don't even know what happened.
Today's going to be a great day,
I
man.
can see that. As if the vampire thing were possible, I would have pointed out they don't have teeth because now they're all of that. So anyway, she was bummed.
Was she okay? Did it draw blood? That's
no,
crazy.
but it scratched her, and I saw it. And I got to tell you, there are people you believe about little things like that, maybe exaggerate. If I came in here and I said I got hit with a pigeon. Some part of a pigeon touched me.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, that's fine. This thing smacked her in the face, took her their crazy talons, clawed her necks, or did whatever, left that in line, and flew off, probably mocking us.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
although she was not as upset as she was about the kitty, it was just weird. You never see that.
I'd be super freaked out too because I think of them as very dirty.
They are very dirty.
But I'd
Yeah,
go
they're
home
rats
and,
with wings.
shower and desanitize.
Yeah.
Sanitize?
Surprisingly good eating. Though.
Oh, really?
In the
I've not
real
had
world, yeah, you can get them on the menu. I guess they're
Yeah.
not pigeons that fly around.
Squab.
But yes, but no, you see pigeon. It's a specific breed, and people serve it.
Wow.
I'm gonna get it next time too, and I'm gonna hit it back.
Now, is there by any chance video of this pigeon attack?
No, I wouldn't assume
Because
so.
he likes to watch videos of your wife getting hurt.
Only
This we've established.
only if she's also watching and
For
laughing at it.
video purposes,
Yeah.
the falling down the stairs would be far more entertaining.
Okay.
This happened literally in the blink of it. Well, not in the blink of an eye, but far, 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 far under 1 second. By the time we noticed what's happening, my wife looked like she had feathers. She looked like she blew up and had feathers for a face.
Remember that happened to Cyndi Lauper. She was singing on stage and a pigeon flew overhead and went number 2. And somebody had just happened to be shooting a video and captured that,
Yeah.
which I'm sure she wasn't really thrilled to see a pigeon
But
go
I
number
think
2 on her.
at one time or another, we've discussed every one of us has been hit with poop, haven't we?
I was
Yeah.
just last week.
Yeah.
Seagull.
So that happens a lot more commonly.
More
But
common I'm taking a bird to the
face.
to the
yeah,
face, yeah.
I can only imagine my reaction. Like, I would be so freaked out, like arms flailing.
It was freaky. It was over so fast. But I've had some startling things happen in my life. I've been, in car crashes you didn't see coming. I've been punched in the face by somebody who didn't see coming. There is a reciprocal what?
Yeah.
For a long time. Surprisingly long time. She is not, well, there's a couple ways to look at this. She has not, one, happily had not have that happen, or two, she has not had to burden me with her bird drama. I was there. I saw it. Don't freak me out about the bird drama. So
It's not going to keep her from going outside, though, right?
no, she's fine. The stairs are more likely to keep from going outside. So I'll just wrap up some. I had some Instagram drama.
Yeah.
That there's a person, and as you see, dozens of people.
Right, yeah.
Pretending to be me. I don't know why. Why me? I would. Was Bobby Brady busy? But anyway, so we had some real drama. So we contacted him. When I say we, I mean Amy. Contacted him. Said, hey, this is bad. Threatening people, hurting people's feelings. Because that's the real drag for me. Is how many people's feelings have been hurt that they never reported this, or they think it's me. So I hate it. So Instagram gets back to Amy and says, yeah, you need to prove it's you, because they think she's me too. Everybody's impersonating me in this story. So Amy comes over and says, take a picture holding your driver's license. So I cover our address, but I leave the top of it and my face, and then it's all next to my face, and we send that in. They send back, the Instagram folks, we can't verify that is the person you claim that is. So unless you can make a better showing of who you are, we're going to cancel your Instagram account.
You don't have an Instagram
Good.
account.
No, apparently I do. It's that guy. Cancel that guy.
Awesome.
But Amy said, no, now use your passport. So we sent in our passport. We didn't send our passport, but we held the passport up
picture,
to my
yeah.
lovely face. And I just got this from Amy, literally in the parking lot. It says the fake Instagram is gone.
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome.
So now, because I put it on Twitter that I don't have an Instagram, so if you've ever Instagram or been Instagrammed by me, it's
Yeah.
not me.
Yeah.
100 people wrote back, I'm glad that wasn't you. That guy is such a jerk. So I don't know how long this went on, but now it's the official me.
Good.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people that you reached out to on Twitter were doing the same thing that we were doing. They were going to that fake Instagram account and reporting it.
Yeah.
So that
Strength
hopefully
in
helped
numbers.
as well,
Yo
yeah.
told us to. She's got the one who got it started.
God bless America and you. Or God bless you and America. Whatever it is, I would like to send God's official blessings on you because I have that kind of power.
News is brought to you by Car Toys. A pedestrian has been hospitalized after a hit-and-run crash near Seatac early this morning. Police were called after passing drivers called 911 to say there was somebody lying in the middle of the road.
Passing drivers.
People passing by?
Right. A really injured guy laying in the street.
Yeah, I guess you don't ever want to move somebody, and this is a busy roadway, so I'm not sure what you do safely.
I'm pretty sure you pull over, get the hell out of the car, and ask if you're all right. Has anybody called you an ambulance?
Well, they did call him an ambulance. He was taken to Harborview with life-threatening injuries, and authorities do believe it's a hit and run.
So I got a question for either one or both of you guys. Because I saw the story on the news. It's a wide open road in the dark. Guy bangs into this pedestrian, right? And takes off. You're right behind this guy, maybe 25 feet tops. Can't quite get his license number yet. Do you stop and help the guy who just got hit by a car, or do you follow the guy till you get his license plate and call 911?
It's a tough call, but I think I got to stop and help the person on the road.
I think I would not stop and help the person on the road because I'd be afraid of getting hit by a car as well.
Well,
I'd
you
follow
have
the
another
person.
option. There you go.
So you'd do neither?
So she'd do nothing. She'd call Paul.
I'd call Paul.
Yeah, she'd call me.
Yeah, see, I am fearing that I'd follow the car, call 911,
Yeah.
and they'd say, are you going to go back and help this person? I think I'd
Right.
get chastised by 911. But for some reason, I was really thinking about this morning.
No, I'm torn too because you get that immediate sense of like I've got to stop that person.
Right.
They're gonna do this to someone else someday. You know, we got to make sure they're punished.
And for the second time in little more than a year, a fire has hit the Islamic Center of the East Side. The fire broke out just before 4:30 yesterday at the center, which is located on Main Street. Bellevue Fire said that thankfully the building was vacant, and there's no word yet on what started this fire.
Heat.
Well, the other one was intentional. A homeless person set it on fire.
Yeah.
And then wound up pleading guilty. We don't know who set this one on fire.
And a crazy guy that who cares if you plead guilty? You can't pay for anything. You can't do restitution. And I don't like the things where the person who perpetuated the crime goes back to the scene to be the court says, go back and help rebuild that mosque. I don't want him at my mosque. He burnt down my mosque. He hates my mosque.
And this time it's not in use. It's surrounded by a fence and there's no utilities to it. So I think that it's highly likely that it's arson again.
Highly likely that it's arson.
Seattle officials are warning those who use the bike share programs here in Seattle to check the brakes before taking off. Both Spin and Ofo bike share companies have sent alerts to their riders saying they have received several reports of the brake lines being cut in the downtown area, especially Pioneer Square, Westlake Park, and the ID. So far, no injuries have been reported, but as you can imagine, that must be pretty darn scary. So they are concerned
That would scare me, depending on where I guess, especially because they're up in my neighborhood, which is weird. Because you'd ride one down. I don't know anybody that could ride one up. I'm sure there's some people that could do it, I guess, but I don't know anybody in that kind of shape. So you're going down Queen Anne Boulevard or Queen Anne Avenue, and that's when you find out you got no brakes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, what a panic.
Right.
Well, and I can see some right outside the window right now. There's a whole bunch down on the street there. There's some big hills. So what if you were driving or riding down that hill and then you discover you have no brakes? So they're encouraging before you take off to test the brakes.
Something you would never think to do. Without this warning.
What I would think to do is wear a helmet, and then I would ignore that thought.
Yeah, well, they don't have helmets.
They don't have it. It's not their fault. It's not your fault. You need a bike. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole plan here.
Earlier this week, vandals dumped several of those rideshare bikes into the Montlake Cut, and they're trying to figure out who did that. Like, why are you doing that?
I think, here's the thing in the world, and, when I run it, you guys will be, I almost said the F word, you'll be freaking grateful.
Yeah.
Well, the president is going, hey, how about the death penalty for drugs? I think you're a lunatic. But if we're now going to go, hey, let's play around with these penalties. I say guys that take these share bikes and throw them in the lake and stuff like that, we chop off one of their fingers. That's kind of what people know it's them.
Yeah.
We'll know from then on, like either you had the worst, I don't know what kind of accident you have to miss a pinky, or you're a very sad Yakuza, because they do that.
Right.
But I just say, I hate you. Let's face it. I don't care who you are, what your deal, what your job in life is, how things worked out for you, why everything sucks, why she left you, why you got on drugs, why your kids won't graduate school. I don't care about any of those things. If you do a bicycle in the lake for no good reason, give me your finger.
How about if we tattoo their forehead?
No, you can't.
No?
Believe me, I thought about that. Because
Yeah.
they do stuff like that in other cultures, and we already yell about it.
But don't they also cut off body
Yeah.
parts in other cultures and we kind of yell about it?
Not pinkies. I thought this out.
So is that going to be, when you run for King of the World, is that going to be like you're going to tell people that in campaign speeches, or is that just between us and they'll find out later?
No, it's totally. Who's going to vote for a guy that wants to chop body parts on bicycle?
Okay,
thieves?
so luckily nobody heard that. We're just going to keep that.
Well, but definitely, and I don't want to put this in the same breath because I'm not doing anything bad to the homeless people. I love the homeless people.
Chopping their fingers
I'm not
off,
doing
but-
any of that to these guys. I'm going to feed them and house them.
Okay.
Because but because
Tase
I'm
them.
feeding them and counting and taking care of them, they won't be camping on your city corners when I'm in charge.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. They'll have all their body parts. They'll live in a very nice little place with kind of a buffet lunch. It'd be great.
Terrible story out of Sacramento this morning. Police were responding to reports of a man breaking car windows when they found a man named Stefan Clark. They thought he was reaching for a weapon. He was holding an object extended out in front of him. They opened fire. This man did not survive. It turned out to be a cell phone. And it turned out he was not the person breaking and entering
Oh, thank God I didn't talk yet.
cars.
Well, that's
And-
sad.
Yeah, me too.
He was on his own property, which makes
Oh,
it even
Pretty sure
harder.
you can't do that.
The
I
police.
wonder if that girl that made that big today and everybody wanted to give her an Academy Award because she made a movie about Sacramento wants to include those scenes.
The Ladybird?
Yeah, and Lady Bird. She didn't have anybody getting shot to death in their own front yard in Sacramento in her movie.
I mean, the film's
Apparently it
already
happens
released.
all the time.
And has done fairly well, so I'm guessing they're not going to like reshoot it with
That's because they're dishonest.
this scene. But
Every time I go to Sacramento, somebody's shooting somebody.
Joe Biden made some choice comments about President Trump at a rally earlier this week, including a quip that he would, quote, beat the hell out of Donald Trump in high school.
he said that a couple of times.
Yeah, I said it a
now.
bunch of times. And why do you have to drag a grown man to a high school to beat on him? Like you just punch him right in the face when you see him.
Well, now
And I
Donald
love Biden, but I think what is that called? Wolf talk or calling wolf or something?
Crying
like that?
wolf?
No, no, but I get what you're saying there. But whatever it is, either punch this guy or don't punch this guy. Because
Well,
I like me some.
he can't punch the president of the United States.
I think you can.
Really?
Well, I don't think you should. I'm against. I'd like to point out right now that I am against touching the president of the United States in any way.
Well, this is in direct response to that Access Hollywood tape that surfaced during the campaign.
Yeah.
And he said, Biden, if we were in high school, I would take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, that was the first time.
That
he
was the
said
first
it,
time.
yeah.
But he said it again.
Yeah.
He did say it again, but now Donald Trump has gotten wind of it.
Uh-oh.
He tweeted out this morning, Crazy Joe Biden is trying to act like a tough guy. Actually, he is weak, both mentally and physically, and yet he threatens me for the second time with physical assault. He doesn't know me, but he would go down fast and hard, crying all the way. Don't threaten people, Joe.
Okay. One, crazy.
Yeah.
How is all of that not crazy? But I don't mind it.
No?
No, a guy threatened to punch him in the face, and he said, yeah, try it. Okay.
He didn't threaten to punch him in the face, though. He said, if we were in high school, I would
Yeah.
have beat him up. That's like,
I mean, the
It's totally
presidential thing to do
fake.
certainly
I'm
is
sorry,
to ignore.
if we were in high school, I would totally kick your ass, Joe. But I think that is what he said, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah, they go down
we
hard
were
and
in high
fast.
school.
By the way, he has the mechanics of going down hard and fast. Doesn't make any sense to me. But I think President Trump, and I don't love, and Joe Biden, who I do love, my money's on Trump.
To actually beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a
Just the
real life
size-
fight,
the
beat
size
him down.
difference?
And lunacy. Pure lunacy.
I don't know. Biden looks like a scrapper, man. I think that
That's true.
he actually got in those fights in high school that Trump did not.
I see Trump
do?
doing like
I
that
see.
big wide, like I'm gonna punch you with his arm totally extended, like a roundhouse. Is that what a roundhouse is?
Sure.
And then he tries to pop him, and Joe Biden goes pow 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 pow.
Okay,
with, like,
now
the
I
little
really
ones.
want to see this
Joe-
fight.
Joe-
There's a little
Joe-
cartoon
yeah,
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is Bruce Lee. Who knew?
No, he's like the mascot
Yeah.
for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He's
God,
that
that's
little
exactly
fighting
it.
leprechaun.
It's a kung fu movie, Hair Plugs of Death. I like it.
Yeah. All right, we're setting it up. Today at 8:20, the president fights Joe Biden.
I remember when you're all weird and psychotic there, President Trump, that I backed you. I'd say I like Trump, Biden better than I like you, but I think you'd win in a fight.
Yeah.
Speaking of winning, how about not winning a fight but winning money?
Oh, yeah, yeah. How about that?
Wouldn't that be a nice idea?
You had one job.
I know I was going to do it when it was time.
Also making news, a woman mistook a jail security booth for a fast food drive-through.
A jail security booth?
Yep.
Like the one you go to and say, can I go into jail?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
But it's got that little speaker thing, right? Like
I don't
behind
know. I don't know what this guy. I've got a guy in the booth saying, yes, can I help you?
Right. So when you drive up to a prison,
Yeah.
which, Danny, you've probably done dozens of times,
All right.
or jail in this case. This is jail. So she drives up to Riverhead Correctional Facility. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. She drives up to that little booth where there's security
Yeah.
and says, I'd like a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Who
And that's-
wouldn't, really?
Yeah, I want one now that you said that.
That's when the deputy working at the correctional facility said, ma'am, this is a correctional facility, not a drive-through.
Well, that's why he corrected her.
She says again, I want a bacon, egg, and cheese.
In case he didn't hear.
Right.
Well, that's when the deputy got out of the vehicle, looked at this
What
woman.
vehicle?
Got out of the booth, walks over to the vehicle.
Yeah.
The woman driving the car, so they said her pupils were dilated, her eyes were glassy, and she had white powder residue in her left nostril.
Who wants a big bacon sandwich when they're wasted on blow and or meth? I think there's a flaw in this story.
Well, she was already at the correctional facility.
Yeah, short walk.
Yeah, but they don't just put you right in jail, right?
No, how great would that have been, though? She was actually arrested and probably pretty embarrassed for mistaking a correctional facility for a drive-through.
When you've been caught with whatever drugs are in the side of her nose, how embarrassed you are by what you were wearing, what you did, and what your hair looked like, flies right out the window to, oh man, I'm in a prison.
In places like England and Australia, and even to a certain degree here, there are cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
CCTV is just a way of life.
Is it New York City that's the most cameraed city in the world? Somewhere is the most cameraed
I think
city.
London.
I think
is the
London,
It
most
might be
yeah.
in London, right,
cameraed
right,
city.
right.
CCTV is just a way of life. It is everywhere. Most every move you make is on camera, and they're okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Well, a woman walked onto a train. This is in Australia. She gets onto the train, and she was standing on the platform with a stranger. She's like, how you doing? He's like, how you doing? They get on the train together. She decides to speak into Mr. Microphone. And all of this...
You know, you act sometimes like the guy doesn't get a vote. So I'm on there with this girl, and then she just decides to do that. Well, the guy gets a vote, and the guy has to react in a certain way to make his microphone stand go up,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying.
Well, the two of them are strangers. They're like,
Well, not
how you
anymore.
doing? Oh, good. How you doing? Get on the train together, and instead of having adult relations, so to speak, she speaks into Mr. Microphone.
Normally, I think you should start these stories with, how about some good news in the
And then,
news?
yeah, and then by...
There's not a happy ending here.
Well,
Oh,
I bet
well,
he's
she's doing
bummed
it wrong.
about that. And by the way, why do your Australians sound like this? How you doing? No, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
That's terrible. What an odd. They spoke to two people that sound like that.
Okay, so they're on the train station,
Right.
and she goes, crikey!
Right.
And he said, well, put shrimp on the barbie. They get
Yep.
on the train.
I can like totally see it in my head
Yeah, me
now,
too.
which is weird because I know what's coming.
And plus, you referred to something as a shrimp, and I don't think that guy's going to like that. Even down under.
They get on the train, and he says, Foster's, Australia for beer. And then
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
All right, is this what he's going to do? Just get me to the speaking part.
Well, then Crocodile Dundee and the lady, they
Yeah.
pull up to the next station.
She's the lady.
No.
They pull up to Wollongong Station.
And he gets off?
They were
The
both
train, the
escorted
train.
off the train because the entire thing was caught on CCTV from
Oh,
the
okay.
beginning to end,
Right.
so to speak.
But there was no end.
No,
Beginning
they got
to like
disrupted.
middle.
They got disrupted. And she says, sorry, it was my birthday. And I've always wanted to do that.
God bless her.
God bless her.
Well, they looked at her driver's license and it wasn't her birthday.
Even better, because every day's your birthday.
It's your birthday. When that's your walk. I love it.
Weird. Another strange story making news. This time it's not Australia, it's Austria.
So close, though.
I'll be back. That was my Austrian accent.
Yeah.
I'll bet they're back, to be honest with you. The things that used to indicate an Austrian accent, and now that,
Yeah.
much better.
Right.
Well, this time around, a man was being pulled over by police and was not happy about it.
Right.
We hear about this periodically, that you start kind of mouthing off to the cops, which you should never
You
do.
should never do, man. They win.
Well, he wound up calling them all sorts of names, including Smurfs.
You call them Smurfs?
Called them Smurfs. He said,
Man.
Were they little blue guys?
maybe he thought they were.
Yeah.
Well, the cops did not like being called Smurfs.
And who does? Last guy to call me a Smurf, I punched him right in the head. And he was 7.
They actually were able to give him a stiffer penalty for his crime because he called them that name. That for some reason you're not allowed to call police Smurfs in Austria. They gave him
There's
a $200 ticket.
There's something we don't know. I mean, is it specifically for calling them Smurfs?
Yeah,
Or just bad attitude?
it's insulting police officers.
So there's a list of names you
Right.
can't call, or just if you call them a name.
But is Smurfs on that list?
No, I
It would
think
never
it's
occur
just
to me to call a cop a Smurf.
if you call them a name.
I would call him a Smurf if I was forgiving him for whatever. Oh, you Smurf.
The Smurfs aren't even from Austria. I think
No.
they're from Belgium.
Yeah, originally from Belgium.
Is that true?
A lot of good stuff comes out of Belgium.
What?
The Smurfs, aren't you listening?
And a waffle.
Waffle, yeah.
The waffle. That little kid who puts his finger on the little
Like-
hole.
Nope, that's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Amsterdam.
Oh, did you
Holland?
get those
Oh,
countries confused?
Yeah.
Oh, let's mock her relentlessly.
Oh, Tintin.
Yeah.
Yep, Tintin's from Belgium.
Like I said, it all sucks.
When I went to Brussels, I was only there for 2 days. There's really nothing to do in Brussels.
Sprouts, that's the other one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Sprouts.
yeah.
There's a very famous statue that everybody goes to see, and it's quite small. It's a kid who's winkying.
It's Kid P. It's a famous statue.
Yeah.
Everybody has to go see it. Like, people were clamoring to go see this thing. Like, that's a little kid winkying.
Yeah.
That's the symbol of your city?
I don't know if it's a city.
It was.
Is that the symbol of the
It's
city?
super weird.
You forgot about the best thing from Belgium.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, the muscle from Brussels.
I think I tweeted Jean-Claude Van Damme last night.
Really?
Well, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. There's a bunch of people, and they're talking about their party's not a party till it has Doritos or whatever they're saying. And Jean-Claude Van Damme walks in and hawks these chips completely seriously. No joke, no nothing. I can't even do a Brussels accent, but your party is not a party until you have the chips. Oh, that's the greatest thing I ever saw.
Thank you for reminding us, Derek. We'd be remiss not to know the
Yeah.
best thing to come out of Brussels is not Tintin.
And it's totally true. He was great,
Jean-Claude.
man, in his day.
Fantastic.
When he did that thing, standing with doing the splits between those trucks.
Yeah.
Come on, man. All right.
We were talking.
No, we're all with you, man.
We were talking yesterday about winning the lottery
Sure.
and how a lot of people don't buy a lottery ticket until the jackpot's huge. Like somehow that increases your odds, which it doesn't.
Well, but it increases your motive.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
In New Hampshire, they have decided to replace their ad campaign, which had been for quite a while, Luck, Yeah. They thought perhaps people...
Luck? Yeah.
Luck, yeah. They thought perhaps people were mistaking it for profanity.
Stupid people.
Oh. Yeah, luck yeah.
Luck, yeah.
Like, yeah, I got it right away, but so what? It's okay. It's not a great joke, but all right.
Well, they thought it was a little insensitive. They thought perhaps they were getting too many complaints that it was too close to profanity. So they are now changing it to win time.
Winning.
That was
Winning.
stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's closer to pornography or whatever it is. But I mean,
Win
how close can you get? They're calling you on being close to what? Vulgarity.
Yeah.
How close is okay with you till you say stuff about me?
Nah, I think the slogan just wasn't working for them. and that's
what
why
I
they're
think,
changing it.
too.
Danny, you've talked about your love for Puerto Vallarta.
I have.
There is a hotel called Casa Velas.
Yeah.
It is an adult-only hotel in Puerto Vallarta. They are doing something a little bit crazy, taking this whole avocado toast thing to the next level.
Okay, they do weird stuff in Puerto Vallarta. They really do.
Well,
I know that hotel. It's right. It's right. No, it's like the only pool on the sand
Oh.
in Puerto Vallarta.
Well, this is an adults-only hotel who have announced they will be celebrating guacamole, more specifically avocado. All things avocado will be done at this hotel.
I'm
They have
concerned.
a guacamologist. There will be people just handing you guacamole everywhere. They also have spa experiences where you cover yourself in head to toe with avocados.
Now that's not that rare. Is at least a facial. An avocado facial.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. That's a thing. So, yeah, good on them, these Puerto Vallarta people.
So the whole premise will be celebrate avocados, and everything the entire time you go there will be avocado based.
Is this radio station doing something with Puerto Vallarta?
We've got tickets that Nate and Spike are giving away to the Northwest Rodorama Hot Rod and Customs car show, and as part of that, they're qualifying people to win a trip to Puerto Vallarta.
Super cool. You guys like it. If you've never been there, it is awesome.
It's time for today's Things Are Not Right in Florida story of the day.
Yay!
A woman was arrested after breaking into a vehicle at a car dealership in order to sleep, but she then set the car on fire with a cigarette, all while locked inside of the vehicle. Deputies were called to the dealership. They said, there's something strange going on here, seeing it on our video camera. They arrive, and she had kicked out the windshield because she had locked herself inside. She had tossed a cigarette under the front seat of the car, which then started the fire.
On purpose?
Well, I'm going to guess, not all that cogent.
Right.
She's homeless and...
Why would she be Kojak? That's kind of weird. You're an old, bald detective.
She was still in the vehicle, by the way. She had been smashing out the windshield with her hands and feet, but as you may or may not know, Mr. Bonaducci, it's not that easy to do.
Oh, I totally do know.
From experience?
Yeah, several different kinds. When I was doing those episodes of Chips with the with karate,
Yeah.
I had a staff, a 6-foot stick, and my scene was to beat up this cop and then smash the side window of a car and get in it and drive away. And we even scored the thing, and I couldn't break it for
my
like
goodness.
4
wow.
tries. It was crazy. So that's really, when you see those guys punching through a window, like a side view, and that did not happen. If it happened, I did it.
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Is she alive?
She is alive. She's totally fine. Well, except
Yeah.
for the fact she's behind bars on charges of burglary and criminal mischief.
Criminal mischief.
News this morning brought to you by Car Toys. When we return in music news, some really big plans for Bruce Springsteen.
Yay.
A huge party is being thrown with a strange list of performers. Here are just some of the people: Sting, Shaggy, and Tom Jones.
Oh, then I want to go.
What's the party? I will tell you. See if we can get you an invite, Danny.
All right.
A TV legend was reported to have died yesterday. We will set the record
I'm
straight.
feeling much better.
This is somebody that I'm sure caused quite a bit of panic for Tori.
Oh.
Plus, surgery for one of your Mariners. It means no season for him. We'll tell you who next in sports.
This traffic report is brought to you by Phelps Law Firm. We're seeing about a 15-minute delay due to some stop-and-go traffic near Puyallup on State Route 167 northbound as you head between Highway 512 and 8th Street. Over in Federal Way on I-5 northbound as you approach Highway 18, we have an accident there that's currently blocking the shoulder. There's no hiding it. This weather isn't always so great in Seattle. When it rains, traffic gets worse, and that means more traffic accidents. If you've been injured in a car accident, call Phillips Law Firm today for a free case evaluation. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
This weather report is brought to you by Domino's. The rain is back again. We'll be getting cloudy skies and heavy showers. Highs will reach the upper 40s to low 50s, and it's currently 47 in downtown Seattle. Domino's has an offer you can't pass up. Order any large specialty pizza for $10.99 when you carry out today. Offer valid at participating Seattle area stores. Ask for this offer. Availability and charges may apply. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
Starting with music news, Bruce Springsteen has been on Broadway with
Yeah.
his cleverly titled Springsteen on Broadway
Yeah.
show.
That's
know
what
what
I'd
you're
call it
getting.
if I was on there. Would be confusing because my name is not Springsteen.
He has done a ton of shows and has now decided to extend Springsteen on Broadway. His one-man show will be extended an additional 81 performances at the Walter Kerr Theater. This tickets have been in crazy high demand, and people have been registering. So if you didn't get tickets for this round, you will still be entered for this next run of shows that he'll be doing. So he'll be extending this once it's all said and done. Let's see, after completing his upcoming run, it will have been 236 shows.
So that's at least a year with the days off he's got to take.
Yeah.
And things like
Crazy.
that. Yeah, and I don't. He doesn't do matinees, does he?
I don't think so.
No, I wouldn't think so. That's how I like to see most of my shows if I can. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'll still be at home and in bed by 7:30 like a grown up.
Right.
I know
grown-up
several.
child.
I know several people who have gone to see this. Like before Hamilton went on tour, that was something people made the trip to New York to go take part in. That if you want to see Bruce Springsteen on Broadway, there's only one way to do that, and that's by making a trip to New York. It's kind of
Yep.
fun to plan a vacation around.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I love
that's
that kind
great.
of stuff.
Well, we certainly hope Queen Elizabeth II is ready to dance because she has quite the lineup of performers for her upcoming birthday. Stars slated to serenade Queen Elizabeth were announced. Here's the list.
All right, here we go.
Shaggy.
Yeah, I love me some Shaggy.
Kylie Minogue will be performing.
Yeah, all right.
Grammy nominee Craig David, who is...
Who's older, the Queen or Kylie Minogue?
Oh,
That'd be the queen.
Oh, I don't know.
Craig David, who is a very popular British singer.
Yeah.
Sting,
Okay.
British star Anne Marie, Shawn Mendes, and Tom Jones.
Yeah, Sir Tom Jones. What are you gonna do, man? She's not gonna knight you twice.
She did
Tom
knight
Jones so
him.
nice, I knighted him twice.
She did knight him back in 2006.
Yeah.
Sounds weird when I say it.
He said, "I'm gonna spend the night." That's what I think he said.
This will be a huge celebration, and it will also be broadcast on the BBC so that citizens can watch because they love their royals.
They do.
Yeah.
How old did you say she was?
I didn't.
Oh.
I believe she will be turning 94.
Wow, that's not nothing, huh?
No.
And she still looks great. She still is just walking around, getting around, looks totally fine. She's not
compared
knighting
to
people.
what?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it looks
Yeah,
great.
I've seen. She looks good compared to other hunchbacked old ladies. Man, am I glad I don't live there.
She actually isn't the one knighting people these days.
Yeah, it's her
'Cause
son,
she can't lift the sword.
grandson.
Imagine. It's her grandson.
Grandson. That was the
For the
first one
most
I've
part.
ever heard of. Was Prince William
Yep.
knighted Ringo?
Yep. He's knighted the last couple of people.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
the one that got my attention was Ringo.
And in England,
Hello, Ringo. I just want to
I
say
don't
that.
think that's what the prince sounds like.
No,
He
it's not.
might.
I'm sorry, then the Queen. Hello, Ringo.
A terrible story out of England. A British guy who went to the movies to see, wasn't seeing Final Destination, but it sounds like he was. He was there to see a movie, and it was one of those theaters that has the nice seats that recline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck is the name of the theater right downtown? I just went there to see Blade Runner, and I didn't realize they have totally redone the whole theater, like the Regal, I
Yeah,
think
the
it is.
theater that we go to is totally redone now.
Yeah,
Made
with
much
those
nicer.
fancy seats.
Yeah.
And it's like a lazy boy where the feet go up and you can lean back. It's super comfortable.
Super comfortable.
Well, unfortunately, he was in one of these types of seats. He dropped his phone and then went in between where like the feet go up, the footrest area. He goes to put his head down there to grab his phone, and then the seat straightened up and trapped him in there.
Oh.
He
Like
did
caught
not
his head inside the chair
Yes.
somehow?
Super bummer.
Wow.
He did not survive.
He died in a
Yes.
lazy boy accident?
Yes.
Wow.
My
Is
God.
this why it sounds like you went to see Final Destination?
Yes.
Hey, now I get that.
Wait, no, that's not funny, but
Yeah.
it's funny.
Again, across the pond. Don't care that much.
Netflix did something a little bit unusual yesterday. Netflix announced they have their own font.
A Netflix font?
Netflix font. It is called Netflix Sans. You know,
Hey! Well, that's a font. It's not a totally different thing.
like if you're working on a Word document or if you're working on an email, you can change the font and you look up. I like to use Times New Roman.
Yeah.
Some people
12.
use Arial. You know, you can use all
I only
sorts.
do that if I'm writing The Little Mermaid.
They have their own font. And I guess you kind of think, well, Netflix is trying towards world domination.
Right.
But they said it's actually font licensing that gets very expensive, so they decided to make their own. I never really thought about it, that
I never thought about it.
you've got to pay for it? Like, am I supposed to be paying for Times New
The
Roman?
Romans, whatever it is, I guess, trademarked or copywritten.
Yep.
I would have never thought that in a million years.
So Netflix now has their own font, so they don't have to pay anybody. So if you notice Netflix...
Because thank God they have no money.
Yeah. If you notice Netflix looking a little bit different, you will now know why. A lot of people have been upset with Facebook. Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg giving interviews, apologizing.
Poor baby. He actually looks like he's been crying.
Yeah, it's been taking a toll. It
And I
looks
love
like.
me some Zuckerberg.
Well, someone else is now mad at Facebook, and that would
Whoa.
be William Shatner.
Not William Shatner.
Somebody said on Facebook Messenger that there was the Facebook Messenger app sponsored content. So, Danny, I know you're not on Facebook, but
I am not.
when you go to Facebook, you will see sponsored content, advertising.
Don't you have to be on Facebook to go to Facebook?
No, but unless the pages are private, you can see anything that's public.
I have never been to Facebook. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you.
Well, William Shatner was reported dead yesterday.
Really?
Well, guess what? He is not.
R.I.P. Dead?
He is not dead. Good news for
Well,
you, Tori. I know
there
you
goes our
probably
answer
panicked a
for
little.
the
I
game.
was super worried.
That's right. What did you say, Paul?
There goes our answer for the game.
Oh,
William Shatner.
man. I used to play a game called Dead or Canadian, and he was one of the answers all the time.
We are playing Who's Not Dead for a chance to win tickets to see Dead and Company. That happens at 7:20. And your answer cannot be William Shatner because
Well, they can.
No, I can't because he's not dead.
he
Actually.
is not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can. What are you going to outlaw their answer? If
No.
they say William Shatner.
I'm saying their answer could be William Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah,
could be
just-
right.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Could be right because he's actually not dead.
Oh, I was thinking that. I was just making noise.
Well, they have taken down that content and said, sorry. Even more so why he's not dead is because today's his birthday.
No, you're not dead on your birthday.
Nobody's ever been dead on their birthday.
No, that in Australia, you know what they do on their birthdays?
What?
They get on the train and speak into Mr. Microphone.
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah, William Shatner, happy birthday to him today, 87 years
And
young.
man, I mean, I like William Shatner as much as the next guy, maybe more. We've been friends since I was a little kid. I got to meet him. But he's going to live forever, it seems. I would not have thought this
87.
guy's going to. 87,
Yeah.
that's 3 years shy of 90 years old. Nobody lives to be 90. 4 guys live to be 90.
And your mom.
Yeah,
my
your
mom.
mom too.
Is it your
She's
mom's
93.
birthday?
Yes.
Isn't her birthday this month?
Yeah.
But she doesn't share
Or
a
is it
birthday
in
with William
October? I always
Shatner.
get confused.
No.
You don't know when your mom's birthday is, do
No.
you?
But I thought it was in October.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought March or October.
I get those two confused.
Paul, is your birthday in April?
My birthday's in April, yeah.
Okay. That was
Huh.
close.
What are we going to get him?
Probably the same thing you're getting your mom.
A Kansas record.
A Kansas record? All
Yeah, that'd
that's
be
a good
great.
idea. Amy Poehler will make her feature-length directorial debut with a new Netflix movie. Because that's what everybody does now.
Right.
Puts out movies on Netflix. She will star alongside other people from SNL like Rachel Dratch, Maya Rudolph, and Tina Fey in a movie called Wine Country.
Wine Country.
It's a group of longtime friends who take a weekend trip to Napa to celebrate a birthday, and hijinks ensue.
Oh, no, change the name. Call it Sideways.
That was a great movie.
It was a great movie.
So maybe we've got high hopes.
I was
for Wine
shocked how
Country.
much I liked it. I didn't expect it. I don't even know who drugged me to that movie or dragged me to that movie. Well, we're going to go see a movie about guys we don't know because none of them had broke out stars. They broke out in that movie.
Yeah.
Drinking a drink you don't drink, doing stuff you don't care about. Yeah, let's go. And then it was great.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, it
such
really
a
was.
good movie. Paul Giamatti, I'll be in Paul Giamatti like.
He's awesome. I forget who that super
Tom
tall
Church.
dude is. Tom Church, yeah. It's funny, that movie actually did a lot of damage to Merlot. And it's starting to make a comeback all these years later. I mean, what was Sideways, 15 years ago?
Yeah.
And finally, Merlot is starting to make a comeback because there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with drinking Merlot.
Unfortunately, the whole theme of Wine Country with Tina Fey is how much Merlot sucks. They've been bumming about that.
Hey, have you won $1,000 yet in our Money for Nothing hourly cash contest on KZOK? If not, today could be your day. Because 13 times a day, you have got a shot at $1,000. You're listening for the new keyword, and then you text, and then perhaps you win. I certainly hope so, because $1,000 would be nice in your pocket. Your next chance to win will be coming up at 7:10 this morning.
I'd like to say 2 words about that.
What's that?
October 5th.
That's when someone just told you your mom's birthday
Yep.
is? Yeah,
And did Amy just text that in?
Thanks, sweetheart. Happy birthday, Mom.
So I was off by 10 months or whatever.
I'm her son. I was off by years, apparently.
We used to work with a guy, Gus, who
Yeah.
could just look at you and tell you your birthday.
He knew everybody's birthday.
Super weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah, no, I always thought a bit of a was it savant?
Oh, yeah, I thought
Yeah.
serial killer, but
Same thing.
But looking around the room, Danny, I know your birthday is August 13th.
Right.
yeah.
Tori's birthday is in May.
May.
Yes.
May don't tell me-
11. Oh, sorry.
What was it?
11?
11.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah,
say
of course,
that.
May
I said that's what
Yeah,
I
Danny did
have your
that.
present now.
May 11th, yeah.
Yeah.
May 11th.
Do you have it on you
have
at all
it.
times?
Yes, in case that ever comes up.
We used to work with a guy named Will. I always remembered his birthday because it was Cinco de
And
Mayo.
he was easy to shop for.
Paul's is August. No, wait. What's that month? April 5th?
No.
11th.
Nope.
I'm
Eighth.
positive there's a good reason for all this.
No,
7th.
no. The 20th of April.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I have no idea when Derek's birthday is.
Nobody cares.
Today's my birthday. You all forgot.
Again,
Nah, it's a lie.
nobody cares.
When is it really?
October 14th.
Oh, same as
Same
Danny's
as
mom.
Danny's mom.
Yeah.
Close enough.
It's October 5th.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at sports.
Sports.
Sports brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY, 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Hey, guess what happened yesterday?
What?
The Mariners beat the Brewers.
Yay!
Woo! 7-4. Today, the Mariners will be playing the Tejas Rangers. 6:40 start time.
It's awesome to see the Mariners win a game
Yep.
and nobody gets hurt. Everybody's healthy.
That's not true.
Oh. Well, then.
I could just tell by your tone of voice. I don't even know what's
really?
happening, but your tone of voice leads me to believe something bad happened.
Now, there is some bad news when it comes to the Mariners, probably because he was listening when I said somebody's going to be missing the entire season.
Yeah.
Seattle Mariners right-handed pitcher David Phelps.
Oh, and I think his birthday is in July.
Yeah.
That's right.
He won all those gold medals in the Olympics.
Yeah,
That's his
I love
brother,
him.
Michael. Tommy John surgery for David Phelps.
They do it in an instant.
He will miss.
Jimmy John
No,
surgery.
it's Tommy John
It's
surgery.
freaky fast recovery time for this guy.
I'm trying to go for the joke. That was it.
He suffered an injury on the final pitch of his last outing and will undergo Tommy John surgery. It is not freaky fast. He will miss an entire season. Recovery from Tommy John surgery is 12 to 15 months. And the good news is that people do fully recover from Tommy John surgery. The bad news is most people who get it are older.
Why? 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 Delilah, that's Tommy Jones.
That's who?
That one was so funny you couldn't even
I
say
couldn't
it.
get it out of my mouth,
I've heard that about you.
but I made.
That's Tommy Lee Jones. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Tommy. Okay. The Mariners do begin their regular season next Thursday. Safeco Field, the Indians at 7:10.
Awesome.
Woo.
The
Turn it around.
NCAA tournament continues tonight.
Yeah, brackets.
Come on.
Gonzaga, Florida State, 7 p.m. It's the Sweet 16. Go Zags.
Go Zags.
And I'm still in first place.
You are.
Those
And so-
brackets.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed, my
And
friend.
I think
Nobody pledged.
isn't my wife like in second or third place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us
Third
know
place, I think.
anything.
No,
That's the
you guys are
beauty
doing
of it.
great.
That's why that Buffett dude can throw all that money, because obviously it can't be done by a reasonable person.
No, it's not supposed to be done by experts. The experts are never right.
No,
And
I-
you don't have a perfect bracket or anywhere close to
No,
it.
but I what I did was I threw up my bracket on the wall and I just threw pudding at it. And
That's gross.
wherever it splattered the most, that's who I picked, the pudding method.
For most of us, when we were watching some of the NCAA tournament over the weekend, because
Yeah.
we have not had a game since Sunday, what you see typically is somebody crying at
Yeah.
the end of the game.
Sure, yeah.
And a lot of times what you see are children, because coaches are there, players, younger siblings are there. And this past one, there were some crazy huge upsets. And as they always do, they show kids crying,
Right.
sobbing their eyes out, just distraught. And a lot of people took to social media and said, this is mean. You're showing kids on TV crying. Well,
Good.
CBS said, we're standing by this.
Yeah, it's good TV.
See? It's good TV. The kids are, if you want to be that emotional about it, no, I'm down with all of this.
They said it's part of the drama.
Yeah.
It's part of the storytelling.
And they're not making these kids cry. This is real life. They're just showing what happens.
Yep. They said they will continue to do so, that they want to strike a balance. You're showing the team with the upset who are euphoric, and then you're showing the kids in the audience who it's the worst day of their lives.
I'm down with
until
all of it.
tomorrow.
Plus, who teaches their kids to care about basketball that much?
Gisele Bündchen, best known for being a Victoria's Secret supermodel, the highest paid model on the planet,
Yeah.
and of course for being Tom Brady's
That's
spouse.
how I know her.
Well, she is putting out a new book called Lessons, My Path to a Meaningful Life. She's going to talk about what she has lived through over the past 37 years, values that have guided her, tools to living a happy and productive life. So Tom Brady came out with a very successful book that costs like $150
Yeah,
or something.
don't eat cheese or something like that.
Eat
whatever it's
avocado
called.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's going to talk about all the things that have helped her and her family
Well,
be happy.
When you get past your face, what is there? Because
Wow.
that's what helped her and her family, isn't it?
Yeah.
That her whole deal is being beautiful. Now, from there, I don't know what she has done, and I'll be honest with you, I will mock her because I'm a mockable guy. I have fun mocking people. I wouldn't mock her if she was in the room, and I certainly wouldn't mock her if that Tom dude was in the room. Having said that, I'll buy her book. I'm sure I'll buy her book.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't see you reading it.
No, you throw on The Art of Being Happy to anything, and I either already bought it, already read it, or I'm considering writing it. But yeah, that's the thing I'm always interested in. And then I'll think, you're going to buy a book about the art of being happy from some beautiful girl? Beautiful girl with $300, happily married kids, people eat. Well, maybe she knows something. I don't know. Yeah, I'll buy that book.
$300 billion.
What?
$300 billion. You said $300.
Oh,
She's got a lot of money.
She's got a lot of money.
okay. But yeah, no. So I'll buy. I will absolutely buy that book. Obviously there's a chance she knows something I don't know, and I'm always in search. I know this sounds terrible, of being just a tad more happy. I wonder sometimes my bills are paid. When I was living outdoors, man, I thought my bills are paid, and or not a crackhead or whatever. I'll be the happiest man ever, and I don't know that I'm any happier than the next guy, and the next guy seems depressed. So yeah, I'll read this book.
That's Look at Your Sports, brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys at 1-800-DUI-AWAY. And don't go anywhere, because at 7:20, we've got your tickets to see Dead and Company. At 7:10, we've got your shot at $1,000, and we'll be taking your calls next.
This traffic report is brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. In Seattle on Highway 99 northbound at First Avenue, we have a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. And over in Puyallup, we're seeing some stop and go traffic on 167 northbound between Highway 512 and 8th Street, about a 15-minute delay. American Standard Heating and Air sets the standard for in-home comfort. Now up to $1,000 off or 60 months special financing. Visit AmericanStandardNW.com for participating dealers, program eligibility details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Spring is officially here. The sun was shining yesterday. Did you get out and spend some time outdoors? Well, think about it. Spring is here. How about getting some nice color into your wardrobe with fashion jewelry from Shane Company? Go to the store in Linwood or shop online at shaneco.com. It is time to get some beautiful, fashionable gemstones, and the place to do that is at Shane Company. How happy will you feel when you've got some beautiful red or blue in your wardrobe? It's going to look fantastic. The birthstone for March is Aquamarine. If you've got a birthday or perhaps you just love this color, you can go to Shane Company for a huge selection of exclusive aquamarine jewelry. And this is jewelry that you are not going to find anywhere else. This aquamarine is a stunning sky blue gemstone. I absolutely love it. And all the stones at Shane Company are cut by master stone cutters. And that way, you're going to get something that's got maximum brilliance. You are really going to see the difference. Now you have a friend in the jewelry business, Shane Company.
It's about 2 minutes after 7. I just would like to remind you, I don't want to give out too much away, but we gave you a clue. In fact, William Shatner is not dead.
That's true.
Right.
All right,
True
somebody is. We're playing at 7:20. Who's not dead? And you can win a pair of tickets to see Dead and Company at the Gorge.
There was a couple who made international news for throwing popcorn at a kid because that kid would not stop talking at the movie theater.
Right.
So the movie had started, and the kid just would not stop talking. So they threw popcorn at it,
Right.
which, I think most of us sort of understand because talking in the movie theater makes everybody angry.
Now,
Yeah.
I would not take that chance. I would assume the kid's parents are somewhere. And it seems weird to me because when I say I grew up, this would be different. I grew up in an affluent or at least middle class neighborhood. But if something like that happened at a movie theater, if something like 100 other things happened to movie, there'd be violence. You can't throw a popcorn at a kid. You certainly can't throw it at my kid.
No, and it didn't end well. The couple did wind up getting arrested. But I guess I'm saying I understand their frustration
Yeah.
because
everybody gets mad at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are some things that happen that make you instantly angry, and somebody talking in the movies is universal.
And people don't normally throw popcorn. They say shh, which
Yeah.
also makes me really angry every time.
Now, on the few occasions that I have thrown popcorn,
Yeah.
they've been at really kind of full movie theaters, and I've thrown them up over the crowd, and you can't tell who threw that popcorn. I often don't hit my target. I just hit some other guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been known to throw some stuff like that. But yeah, you can't throw. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, you agree, though, right? That somebody talking in the movies makes you instantly angry?
Instantly. Yeah. And do you give them the coming attractions?
Yeah, I do.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. If you're
Yeah,
talking
you can
during the
talk
coming
during the
attractions, I
previews.
want to see the coming attractions, but it's not the actual movie. All right.
Yeah.
Now, you
is
guys,
there-
I think you know what drives me to anger instantly.
What's
and
that?
that is talking on the phone in a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
At normal volume, like we're not there volume. The only things that should be said on your phone in a restaurant is, I can't talk now. I'm in a restaurant.
Exactly.
There's so many of these. I don't want to seem like an angry person, but the biggest one for me that makes me instantly angry is people not using their turn signal.
Yeah.
I yell at people. I beep at people. My husband does it too, but my husband makes this hand gesture. And tell me if you would know what this means.
Turn on your indicator.
That he does this, like, to me, that means flash. Like he's making his hands into a fist and
Show
then
your boobs.
extending his fingers.
I'll throw you
Yeah.
beads.
Does
Blink.
that mean blinker?
Yeah,
too?
blinker.
No, I
yeah,
get
yeah.
it right away.
Okay, well, he does that to people constantly. And I'm like, they just think you're crazy. But I get instantly
He does
so
the flash
angry.
sign constantly. Where the hell does he drive?
Nobody uses their turn signals in this city.
Nobody uses the turn signal. I'll give you that. But I don't always use my turn indicators. I do now because they have that cool beep, beep, beep. If there's somebody beside me,
Yeah.
I do that. But yeah, okay.
Makes
But you
me
honk your
instantly
horn,
angry.
though?
I do.
Because that makes me angry if anyone honks their horn at me.
Totally.
Unless I'm like seconds away from crashing into you, never honk your horn at me.
You know what? If you're right behind me at the light and it turns to green, give me a second.
Exactly.
For
yeah.
God's sakes.
Well, you guys listening, what is something that makes you instantly angry? Let us know. Call us right now, 800-252-1025 or text 90627.
So there's a couple ways to look at this. One is a little kid was talking in the movie theater, and then some parents threw popcorn at it. Wouldn't take it another second, and said, "What are we going to do?" And they ended up getting in trouble. But the question is, what makes you instantly angry? We've all got our separate things here. 1-800-252-1025.
Let's start with Lynn in Issaquah.
Hiya, Lynn.
Hey, how is everybody doing over there?
We're doing well, thank you.
So smacking food, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Could kill for it.
Yeah, I'd
it.
say you make that to not only smacking your gum or cracking your gum, but having an exaggerated how you chew it. When you
Yeah.
open your mouth really
I think
wide.
she's just talking about eating in general.
Right, I'm adding
Yeah.
gum. I can't bear it. So yes, eating loudly in general is awful.
Any kind of mouth noises are just immediately infuriating.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm with you. Although I just called a young child it, nobody cared for the second time.
Sarah did it the first time, and you did it the second time. I thought you were doing it on purpose to make
I
it.
did. I was mocking everybody that calls children it.
Yeah.
What makes you instantly angry? Let's talk to Tim in Bellevue.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, yeah, this is so dangerous on so many levels. It's just driving at night with no lights on.
Now, does anybody do that on purpose? The reason
I
they
don't
would do
think
that? So you don't.
But
you
you're
should-
stupid.
I mean, if you're stalking someone, I guess, like if there's some reason you don't want to be seen.
And then I blink my lights at them.
Yes.
Yeah.
To try and get them turned on. But then there was that urban myth that if you blink your lights at a car with no headlights on, it's actually a gang initiation and they're going to shoot you.
Yeah, is that not true?
No, that's not true. Anyway, they're going the other direction. How are they going to catch me?
What is something that makes you instantly angry? Let's hear from Jennifer in Linwood.
Hiya, Jennifer.
Good morning, you people.
What do you mean, you people?
That's what I mean.
Oh.
So, Danny, you said you're sitting at a green light. Give me a second. However, if I'm behind you
Yeah.
and you got your head down and I see the glow coming up because you got to finish that text,
Yeah.
absolutely not. You need to go.
You need to
Texting
go.
while we're driving, no.
I'm with you 1,000%. I was just saying, give me a brief second before you beep your horn at me. Take it, it's your own peril, dude. How about this one though? Sometimes people at a stoplight put their car in park so they can do something. Then when they go to put it back in drive, they stop in reverse. And you
Oh.
see those white lights come
Oh.
on. No, don't do that. And I beat my horn at them too.
You can honk at that person.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Something that makes you instantly angry. What is it, Randy in Newcastle?
Hey, Randy.
Hey, people.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I get so ticked off when parents let their kids scream and yell and leave them in the shopping cart while they're pushing them.
What do you
Yeah.
want them to do? Go home?
Oh, pick the baby up, comfort it.
Yeah.
Picking it up?
No, the kid is screaming and hollering and screaming and hollering, and the parent continues to do nothing about it.
I am not only with you because the question is, what do you want us to do? Go home? Yeah. If your kid cannot be stopped from screaming, that kid needs to be taken home. There's something wrong with it. It is not a child's natural state to just scream.
Right.
And if they can be comforted, like Paul said, which they mostly can,
Yeah.
and then you go back to your shopping. If you can't comfort that kid in a public place with screaming, take the kid home and see what's
Yeah,
wrong
that's
with
a
it.
parenting technique.
Yeah.
That let your kid cry.
Yeah,
Oh, the
not in my store.
cried out thing.
Yeah.
Cry it
Yeah.
out thing, just not at my
Just
store.
not at the restaurant.
Bill in Lakewood, what is something that makes you instantly angry?
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing good. What's up?
Not much. So I got a couple of them actually, and they're both
Shocking.
related.
All right.
And the one that I told Derek about when I called in is people who will shadow you in the left lane of a 2-lane road, and you know what you're trying to do, and then at the last second they want to cut you off, cut right in front of you to, like pull into a grocery store or to pull into another street or something like that.
No, I got you.
They won't get behind you and take their time, and do it the right way. They think they're cool, and they expect you to brake. They expect you to, to take all of the evasive action.
And they're calling the wrong guy when you got me because I've got insurance.
Yeah.
If we're not going fast enough to kill one of us or that we're going to go off, I'll let you hit my car.
What's your other one, Bill?
Well, the other one is like yesterday when I was going home, I was sitting in a lane that was going to be merged into because the other lane was closed. And there was a sign that says, left lane closed, merge right. And people who were sitting behind me, they got tired of waiting or whatever like that. They pulled out. They drove up into the left lane that was going to be, closed and sat there and expected people to let them get in.
No, I am with you on that, Bill. What I also hate is when I go over the Ballard Bridge, people don't seem to know how to merge.
They do not.
Nobody knows how to merge. There's laws, man. There's rules. And merging's a specific thing.
Yo, in Olympia.
Yo, what's up, darling?
What up, Steve-O?
What's happening? Well, you need
Can
to
you hear
speak
me?
words.
We
Yes.
Yeah,
can
we
hear
got
you.
you.
What's
If you
something that
speak-
makes you instantly angry, yo?
Oh, the sound of Donald Trump's voice.
I will tell you, you're not alone. That's why he's
She's not.
he's such an easy impersonation because you don't have to sound that much like him for everybody to know it's him. You know, if you sound like there's a show called My Cartoon President. Anybody ever see it?
No.
It's a cartoon and it's about and he's bright orange and he couldn't look more like a clown, but the impersonation's not that good. He just says, when you say this will be the best ever, or I'll be the best on this in the
Yeah.
whole world. Like, you don't even have to sound in the ballpark of him. Yeah.
Greg,
You know what? I was just going to say to Yo real quick, my wife gets really flipped out anytime that she hears clearly, President of the United States, Donald Trump. Like when he's being introduced or something,
Yeah.
she like gets all the shivers.
Greg in Redmond, what is something that makes you
Oh.
instantly angry?
Check writers in the grocery store.
Yep. Who still does
There's
that?
no
Still
need
does
to write
that.
checks anymore.
There's no need.
What's super weird is Tori is the youngest person on this show, not by mental years, by physical years. She still writes checks.
Yeah.
Why?
Why, Tori? Why do you do it?
I don't know. I just do it for rent and I do it for my car payment. And it just seems like it's easier because I can manage when it's going to come out of my account.
Okay, I can
I'm going to
see
get
that.
a barcode tattooed on my Who's-Its. And
It's-
just do
and it's-
Your
that.
who's it?
Yeah.
And that's why you're going to pay at the grocery store?
Yeah.
It's not at all true that you manage when it comes out of your account. You have to mail it to somebody, and then they decide when they want to cash it.
Jeremiah in Seattle says 20 items in the checkout line. David in Tacoma says what makes him instantly angry is when you bite the inside of your cheek. Kathy, driving on I-5, let's hear from you. What is something that makes you instantly angry?
Oh, yeah, Kathy.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Okay, so kids in R-rated movies make me so mad.
At who, the kid or their parents?
Both, because they shouldn't be there. Like, I went to see Deadpool, and there was a 7-year-old in there with his dad.
Jeez.
And I was
Which
like,
movie?
What movie?
Deadpool?
Oh, Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
I'd take a 7-year-old to see Deadpool.
That movie was vulgar
Yeah, baby.
and awesome.
I'm the guy that didn't care for that movie. But
Oh, I loved it.
You know what? I thought she meant like 15-year-olds or something like that. Yeah, you
Kids.
can't. I don't think you should take a 7-year-old to any movie except like Searching for Dory or some such.
Yeah. We had a lot of texts into 90627, a bunch of people mad about things, but my favorite was that it instantly makes them angry when they see someone throw cigarette butts on the ground.
Oh,
People
yeah.
don't really litter much anymore, but
Right.
for some reason, cigarette butts no one cares about.
You know, to be
Smoke
honest
a
with
cigarette,
you,
toss it out.
I get kind of mad when I see people, especially young people, smoking at all.
Yeah,
It's like, how
for
did
sure.
you not get the message on this?
And Paul, what is something that makes you instantly angry?
When somebody corrects my spelling or more so my grammar on social media posts, I mean, come on, I'm typing this with my thumbs. I'm probably driving 60 down the highway when I'm doing it. Leave me alone. I used the wrong your. Sorry.
Yeah. And it's, by the way, it's autofill or whatever the hell that is.
Exactly,
With
yeah.
the yours, it decides which one is the right tense.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome, sir.
Tori, is there something that makes you instantly angry?
If one of my favorite songs comes on the radio and you're going to talk over it, first off, I'm angry. Another thing, I'm judging your character.
You know what? I get mad at my wife for talking over my shows, and she pointed out, A, they're cartoons, and B, they're always on.
And Derek, what is something that makes you instantly angry?
When I go through the drive-thru and make a fast food order, and then I stop and I open the bag, and the first thing I see is the fry container is completely upside down inside the bag. They're doing that on purpose.
They really are.
Bastards.
They hate me.
They
Or
do
if
hate
they
you.
forgot the ketchup?
Oh!
I'll go back and I'll go inside and you say, give me my damn ketchup
Or
right now.
They spit at you when you want mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is great on fries.
On that note, it's time to play the new game that's sweeping the nation, Who's Not Dead?
Who's not dead?
You can win
I got
tickets
one.
to Dead and Company June 29th at the Gorge. If you would like to play, call us right now, 800-252-1025. You two on 102.5 KZOK. We are playing a game called Who's Not Dead? And this is for your chance to win tickets to Dead & Company, June 29th at the Gorge. This is a multiple choice game. You have to tell us who's not dead. Our contestant is Dean in Everett.
Hiya, Dean.
Hello.
Dean, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I do.
Cool. Do you understand the rules of the game?
Absolutely.
Then here we go. Today is the game show edition of Who's Not Dead. Now, to win, you need to tell us which one of these well-known game show hosts is not dead. Is it Monty Hall, the man who spent 24 years encouraging costume contestants to make a deal? Or is it Richard Dawson, who kissed every single female he ever appeared on The Family Feud? Or is it that wacky Wink Martindale, who somehow has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Can you tell us who's not dead?
I'm sorry, Danny. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry. The names. I'm sorry.
Just the names.
Just the names?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you bastard. Let's see. Well, number one is Monty Hall from Let's Make a Deal. Number two is Richard Dawson from Family Feud. And number three is Wink Martindale, who somehow has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Who's not dead?
Monty Hall.
Monty Hall is not dead. Is that correct?
No, unfortunately, we lost Monty Hall last year.
Oh, that's a bummer,
Dean,
man.
my friend, I am so
you
sorry.
should have taken what's behind door number two.
Let's try Bjorn in Tacoma.
Hiya, Bjorn.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
That's Richard Dawson.
You're going to guess Richard Dawson? Is Richard Dawson not dead?
No, sadly,
Oh, no.
Richard Dawson also no longer with us.
Deader than Nixon,
He
man.
died. Richard Dawson, I think, died a long
Yeah,
time
he
ago.
died pretty young, too.
He
so.
died of lip herpes for sure.
Ew.
I didn't know that could kill you, but he had him bad.
Man, did he kiss a lot of
A
women.
lot of women.
David and Tumwater, they've narrowed it down, but do you need for us to tell you who the choices are again?
The winner is the ones that did get picked.
And that is?
Oh, God.
I can give you the three names again.
Read the three, Danny.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. It is, let's see, the game show edition. Monty Hall, Richard Dawson, or that wacky Wink Martindale.
Which one is it, David?
What?
Wink Martindale.
Yes.
Wink, absolutely correct.
Oh,
Wink
my
Martindale.
goodness. That is correct, David.
My
You.
favorite game ever.
Wow. You are going to see Dead & Company June 29th at the Gorge. You'll pick up the tickets at the Jeep Winners window in our lobby. The rest of you, join us again tomorrow at 7:20 because we'll have another chance for you to win tickets to see Dead & Company. And coming up next is the big news of the
I'm
day.
going to try and make it harder tomorrow.
I think you should.
On Highway 99 northbound at First Avenue in Seattle, there was an earlier accident that has been cleared, but you're still seeing some minor delays. And over on the I-5 Express lane southbound as you approach Olive Way, we do have a disabled vehicle currently blocking the center lane. This traffic report was brought to you by Fred Meyer. Stock the freezer and save at Fred Meyer. Bring home fresh Heritage Farm chicken drumsticks or bone-in thighs. Perfect for quick weeknight meals. Right now, they're just 79 cents a pound in the value pack. Fred Meyer, what's on your list today? I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
I'm sure you have heard so much about the market, about buying a house here in Seattle, here throughout Western Washington. You need to get a home because you know what? These prices are not going down. And It's a great time to invest in your future. It's time to reach out to American Financing. If you're tired of renting, they can help walk you through the buying process. At American Financing, they employ salary-based mortgage consultants. They're going to help you get the loan that is right for you. You need a loan, you're going to get a mortgage. And when you're ready to buy, you need to have everything ready to go. You need to know what kind of loan you want. At American Financing, they're known for their custom loan programs and for their fast closings. They're going to help you get into a home, plus no upfront fees, my friend. You can pre-qualify in 10 minutes and close in as fast as 10 days. Amazing. Reach out to American Financing. 206-204-3200. Call them or go to americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334.
This weather report is brought to you by Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel. We're looking at cloudy skies and plenty of showers today. This will carry us into the weekend with highs reaching the upper 40s. It's currently 45 in downtown Seattle. Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel presents Grammy and CMA award winners Diamond Rio on Saturday, May 12th. Hear hits like Meet Me in the Middle and Beautiful Mess. Tickets on sale now starting at $25. Visit luckyeagle.com for tickets and details. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
Big, small, we don't discriminate. The big news of the day is brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE, or you can go online to goldbergjones.com.
Once again, Jeff Bezos is in the news. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Jeff Bezos is the richest person in the world. He has been because of the stock prices of Amazon. However, they're looking at Jeff Bezos and comparing him to his peers. And
How many peers does Jeff Bezos have?
There's like 4 guys.
In the whole world. How many guys are really, would you get, if Jeff Bezos commits a felony and goes to court and he is guaranteed a jury of his peers, who are they going to have?
You couldn't field an entire jury.
You couldn't get 12 guys.
Well, you've got sadly, a lot of people that you're familiar with. Warren Buffett is here. Amancio Ortega, he's been a billionaire on the top billionaires list forever. He's in his 80s.
I like his salsa.
Wait, is that
the clothing retailer Zara? He is a Spanish entrepreneur.
All right.
He's been in the top 10 for as long as I can remember.
Who is the Mexican guy?
Slim
Shady.
Slim Shady. That's what it is.
All right. That's when I thought I was maybe getting confused between those two dudes.
Slim Pickens.
Slim Pickens. I remember Slim
That's
Pickens.
not
He's
his
awesome.
name. Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Of course, Bill Gates.
Sure.
Yeah.
But taking a look at all of his peers, Jeff Bezos has seen his net worth skyrocket compared to his buddies.
Right.
He is presently $40 billion richer than anyone else on Earth.
Not in his heart.
Ha!
And that's why, too, because he's not giving any of
Because he
that
doesn't
money
give it
away.
away. He goes
Doesn't
to
help
space
people.
and stuff.
He's greedy. He needs to give some of it to us.
To me, okay.
To
Yeah.
us. So Jeff Bezos' net worth has increased by $32 billion a year to date because the Amazon stock price is up 40%.
You know what I like about Bezos? Well, for example, I like Bill Gates. I like that he gives his money away. Warren Buffett, I like that he gives his money away. That makes me like them more. Bezos, I like him because he doesn't give his money away. He seems like, he really is out to take over the world, and you got to admire that kind of tenaciousness.
Well, unfortunately, Mark Zuckerberg's net worth has dropped by $4 billion. Facebook is having a bit of a tough time in the news. Plus, Ortega, the Spanish dude, Zara's not doing all that well, so his net worth is down by $5 billion. And Bill Gates, well, he's doing just fine.
But he gives so far, according to my last check, $41 billion he gave away.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Making poop water.
Making poop water.
I went by, I was taking one of my mini walks that I like, and they have this whole thing about making human waste into drinkable water. And the thing is, I'm thinking, well, I'm not doing it. You're a crazy person. You'd have to be pretty thirsty. I'm, oh, these guys are pretty thirsty.
Yeah.
Maybe but I've seen him drink a glass of poop water.
When you go to Paris, as most Americans would love to do, but kind of a must-see when you visit Paris is what?
The Eiffel Tower.
And what?
The Shabbat.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
That's a must-see. When
Yeah.
you go there, those are the two big ones. You go to Notre Dame and you go to the Eiffel Tower.
If I want to see a hunchback, I'll go to the Queen's birthday. Wow, really? All right, thanks.
That's great.
All right.
Unfortunately, Notre Dame is in very bad shape.
Yeah.
And now there are people trying to raise money, and they want that money to come from America. According to Michel Picot, trying to raise money, he says, well, Americans are rich, so we would like them to donate money because this isn't just about Paris. This is a site for everybody in the world.
Why would you pick America? They haven't had a hit since The Horse with No Name.
We know Americans are wealthy, so we go where we think we can find the money to restore the cathedral. This is a monument for everybody.
Yeah.
They are asking Americans to donate money.
All right, shut up and give us some baguettes.
Yeah, totally.
Yum. I'd like some French baguette right about
Save your berets. That seems stupid.
now. He also points out that Notre Dame is part of American history. French and U.S. troops celebrated there after liberating Paris from Germany in World War II. And for generations of Americans, it is a top tourist destination.
You know what? I see your point, but you know why I lean a little bit more towards it's a French thing than an American thing?
Why?
It's in France! There's no other two ways to look at this.
Today is March 22nd.
I know what that means.
It's National Jelly Bean Day.
Of course
National
it is.
Jelly Bean Day.
I didn't even get her anything.
Paul, is your kid going to celebrate?
Apparently now she is, because we had no idea.
Well, happy National Jelly Bean Day, Jelly Bean.
Yeah.
You guys don't know how to celebrate, though, because you pick the black ones out and don't eat them.
Well, that's what this story is about,
disgusting.
Danny.
See?
It is about the most popular flavors of jelly beans.
Yeah.
They like to take a look at this just in time for National Jelly Bean Day. And of course, Easter is just 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And jelly beans are a huge part of Easter.
Last jelly bean I ate was sent to me by our friend Yo.
That's right. Yo sent you the disgusting jelly
Black
beans.
jelly beans, and they were awesome.
At number 1 is actually a different jelly bean than last year. However, both at number 1 and number 2, according to the experts, are very controversial jelly bean flavors.
All right.
Because either you love it or you hate it. At number 1 this year, buttered popcorn.
That's not even a flavor.
It is a very popular flavor.
It's a flavor of actual buttered popcorn.
Yeah.
You don't have a popcorn called jelly bean.
Well, what is a flavor that's not also another thing? Like strawberry is also a strawberry.
He's got you there, Dooch
He
man.
does have me there. Watch me not put up a fight. All right.
I mean, you could say purple, but that's
Yeah.
At number 2 is last year's number 1. But at number 2, because it tastes like number 2, is black licorice.
See that?
Jeez.
Do you see that?
Gross.
They're
most
awesome.
popular. Is this most popular to throw in the garbage?
Yeah, that was the category that she missed to tell you that. It was actually, let me unfold this paper. Just hang on.
She left off a little bit.
Oh,
yeah.
most popular to be thrown in the trash can.
All right, good. I'm glad we cleaned that up.
Last year alone, 1.43 million pounds of buttered popcorn jelly beans were sold. Black licorice, 1.31.
Wow.
Jeez.
At number 3, also a polarizing flavor, cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's a perfectly good name for a stripper, but I don't know about a jelly bean.
Watermelon, cherry,
Watermelon's great. Cherry, yeah.
pear, orange, green apple.
Oh, wait, orange is a flavor?
Orange is a flavor.
Flavor and a color.
Wow.
It's both.
Toasted marshmallow
Wow.
and coconut.
But orange is the new black, so now it's actually the most popular.
Second most, but yeah.
Same thing.
Happy National Jelly Bean Day, my
Yeah,
friends.
celebrate wisely.
A new area is planned for Disney California Adventure Park. They're getting rid of the bugs and replacing it with Marvel
Well,
characters.
I am so glad I just saw the bugs. What, 2 weeks ago? Not even.
Oh, yeah, you were down there.
Yeah.
Well, it's what's trendy, and the bugs were big for the Bugs movie, but now they say it is time for Guardians of the Galaxy. You too,
Are you, 'cause
huh?
you're jealous?
No, I'm not jealous.
Why? Then why?
Because I beat the crap out of that guy in high school.
So you are
supposed to-
jealous.
No, I'm not jealous.
You're jealous.
There's no reason to be building theme parks around him. Not jealous. I'm just. Yeah,
Jealous.
I'm a little jealous.
Jealous, yeah. That's what I thought maybe you were. So this is
Shut up
kind
and,
of awesome.
shut up and eat your black licorice, Danny.
I will.
Guardians of the Galaxy will be joined by Spider-Man and Avengers, and it will be a completely immersive superhero universe. They will be ready for all of this in 2020.
The guy's famous because of a movie that stars a squirrel.
Yeah,
That's all he did.
exactly. And
And
Squirrel
like-
was the most famous character, too.
Yeah. And all those Jurassic
And,
Park
and wait a
movies.
minute, wait a
and
minute. Ask me my favorite line
TV
from the movie.
shows. What's your favorite line from the movie?
I am Groot. What is that? You can't do that.
Yeah.
Bastards.
A lot of people have been wondering, when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle tie the knot, will there be a prenup? Experts say no. Their reason for that is twofold. Number one, in England, people don't get prenups. It is not common
It's
practice.
not common. Yeah.
And it is not legally enforceable.
That's because it's not common for English people to be rich.
Oh,
They have wacky teeth and go to a soccer game and get in a fight.
So if they get divorced,
She gets England.
She
yeah.
gets half
Well,
of England.
She gets Wales. Wales and Scotland.
They said that they're not legally recognized. They don't carry the weight that they do here in the United States, Plus, they both have hefty individual bank accounts. Harry has a trust that was left to him by his late mother, and Meghan Markle was on a hit TV show for 7 seasons.
She's got nothing. He has approximately, and this is the trust, $44 million. She was on a cable channel or something? What was that?
Suits, yeah, but the cable channels pay a lot of money now.
On her wealth. I'm just saying. But here's the thing. There's another reason you can suspect that he won't be getting a prenup. He said, I don't believe in prenups. I'm not going to get one. So he said it on the news to the English people.
Yeah.
I'm only the prince. You have to abide by that stuff because you said it. Not like Paul who just says stuff.
Yeah.
And then does other stuff.
Yeah.
That's the big news of the day. It's brought to you by Goldberg Jones. Divorce for Men, 1-800-DIVORCE, or online, goldbergjones.com.
Oh, man, you know it's Thursday because we get Sarah's Filthy Forecast.
It's Sarah with your filthy forecast. Oh, baby, it's gonna be so wet. Hard to believe with this big, thick, pulsating, sunny weather that has been all up on us this week. But, ooh, things are about to get interesting. Are you ready for some strange, wet, penetrating rains today?
No.
But then this weekend, the sun hops on top of us and spins right round, baby, right round.
I love that song.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
All that spinning around, I might get dizzy and need your help.
I never found it quite as arousing, though.
No, that little tiny weird dude in black.
But now there's a whole new look on it.
Well, if you're dizzy, my neighbor Vanessa swears a blindfold and a carefully placed ice cube can help. Naughty girl. With the best weather front in Seattle, I'm Sarah.
Wow, that was in fact
Spinning right round.
Sarah's filthy forecast. And hey, be here tomorrow. There's more. 7:50 right around this time. If you know where Sarah's Beaver's been, you're gonna win a pair of tickets to see Dane Cook coming to the EQC.
This traffic report is brought to you by the UPS store on I-5 northbound in Seattle at Seneca Street. We do have a disabled vehicle blocking the center lane, causing about a 20-minute delay. Also seeing some delays on I-5 southbound in Snohomish near Highway 529, where we have an accident blocking the shoulder. With the UPS store shredding services powered by Iron Mountain, you can have confidence knowing your private information is staying private. Visit theupsstore.com today to find one of 90 locally owned Seattle store locations in your neighborhood. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Usually I think of you guys out there in your cars, but now we have a text line so you can text us. So I think a lot of you in your cars and telling us all sorts of stuff. One of the things you would like is money for nothing, and you can get it right here from KZOK. $1,000 could be yours just for listening to this show. The next chance to win is 810.
$1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us here on this show watch The Bachelor.
Yeah. Well, no, my wife does.
Your wife does, but your
Does she
wife is
count?
not here on this show.
Well, I've seen it. There was a virgin in the fantasy suite.
That was a big deal.
I swear to God, my wife came and told me that. It's like, shut up, I don't care. Who cares about The Bachelor? And then she said, there's a virgin in the fantasy suite. And I totally cared.
Yeah, right.
But none of us watched The Bachelor.
No.
However,
Yeah.
it was impossible not to be aware of all of the drama surrounding the Bachelor finale earlier this month.
No way to miss that.
People lost their mind, like the biggest drama in the world had just happened. It's like, this is The Bachelor, people, and it's already happened.
It has already happened.
It wasn't the first time something of this nature happened, but what The Bachelor chose a lady, and maybe that's not the right word for her,
Lady.
chose a woman, and then changed his mind and
Right.
chose a different contestant.
And she was crushed and he hurt her feelings, but he didn't do that to you. He did
Yeah.
that to some woman on TV that you don't know.
People
What's your point?
lost
People acted
their
as
mind.
if he had hurt them in some
Rightly
way.
so, my
Really?
friend. Yeah.
Yeah. How did he personally harm you?
He didn't, because I don't care. But my wife
Yeah.
was very upset. She had done the right thing as those shows. She had invested in the program.
Right.
And then the program lied to her.
If anything, I would think you'd be more invested because it got interesting. He did choose a love, but then realized he had chosen wrong, and his heart took him in a different direction.
Yeah, no, doesn't he, when you say, here's the last rose, doesn't he right then ask you to marry him?
I believe so.
What a lying, dirty bastard.
Yeah.
I mean that.
But there are a lot of these shows that people get super wrapped up
Oh,
in.
man.
And it can change your life. People will get together and say, oh, we're having a party over at Becky's house tonight. Why don't you come? No, I've got to sit on the couch and watch blank.
I swear to God, this is an actual real moment in my life 15 years ago or whatever it was. My wife at the time, Gretchen, said, all right, that's it. I know you're up to something. Tell me who it is. And I wouldn't, because I'm denying any of this is happening. And then finally I confess. And she says, how could you? And I said, we were on a break. Just
Absolutely,
yeah, Ross and Rachel, man. I live for those guys.
And people at the time lost their mind over Friends, got so wrapped up in Friends. People got so wrapped up in Seinfeld. Like, it changed people's lives. They altered their lives to make sure that they could go home and watch those shows on TV.
They also altered their vocabularies, and I mean, you could now say "What's the deal?" and everybody knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
I had that haircut.
Which
The
one?
Rachel
The Rachel.
or the Jerry?
That's what I
The
thought.
Kramer. You had the Kramer.
Both,
Just last
all
week you
three.
had the Kramer.
Yeah. Well, you guys listening, have you ever gotten really wrapped up in something on TV? Are you willing to admit it? We hope so. Call us right now at 800-252-1025 or text 90627.
You know, Sarah is absolutely right. None of us watched The Bachelor, yet you could not escape the news about what happened. And that's the question. Does anybody out there get completely wrapped up and tell them almost the point of like it's real life? 1-800-252-1025.
We'll start with Ken in Seattle. Have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV, Ken?
Hey, Ken.
Good morning. How's everybody doing today?
We're great, buddy. What do you got?
Yeah, I like to watch Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
And I get so wrapped up in it, I start yelling at the television when they send the wrong person home.
That's awesome.
Mind is when they sent Tony Braxton home and it kept Cloris Leachman.
How could they have done that? Cloris Leachman was like 90 years old.
Well, the fact that she's 90 years old should not protect her. It makes it interesting that she's old and might die by the next dance, but it doesn't make her a better dancer than Tony Braxton.
Tony
Are
Braxton.
you kidding me? I'm with Ken.
I'm with Ken.
Yeah, we're with Ken.
Who hasn't screamed at their television over something that was happening?
A bazillion times. You know, I wanted to make sure it wasn't up there before I said it. You have to be about my age, but this stopped traffic nationally, and that was the marriage of Luke and Laura on General Hospital. Made people go apoplectic. What's that word?
Apoplectic.
Apoplectic.
Kendra in Spanaway, have you gotten super wrapped up in something on TV?
Oh, yeah. My mother is addicted to catfish and Kardashians.
Your mom? What kind of age range are we talking here?
She's 670.
That's amazing that she's into catfish.
And the Kardashians,
And the
like 70 years
seems
old.
weirder to me, to be honest with you. But I will tell you what, I watched both those shows for maybe a whole season, maybe not. But I really got into catfish, and I would come in the morning and I would talk to Tori about it. I go, did you see catfish last night? Oh, my God, how did you not know it was the big, fat black dude?
Cindy in Tukwila, did you get wrapped up with something on TV?
Yeah, I'm ashamed to say I was in college at the time in nursing school, and I was on the East Coast, and I would rush home every day to see O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh, yeah.
I almost changed my major afterwards.
To what? Law?
I thought about it, but no, my mom wouldn't let me.
That's amazing.
I will tell you this, though, with the moon launch and where were you when Kennedy was assassinated, I'm not clear on that at all. I know exactly where I was when the O.J. verdict came in.
I mean, it was something I think that riveted most people,
Yeah,
so
it did.
Cindy shouldn't be ashamed of
You're
it.
good, Cindy.
What is something that you watched on TV, got totally wrapped up in? Let's talk to Brian and Fife.
Hey, Brian.
Instead of throwing it, he should have ran the ball.
Oh, my God. Don't I know?
We know exactly what he's talking about right away.
Everybody knows exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
Boy, you got to give it to Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
No,
Absolutely.
seriously, you have to give it to Marshawn Lynch.
Rob in Seattle, have you gotten super wrapped up in something on TV?
Yeah, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning. We're very well, thank you. What do you got?
Okay, so Danny, there you go. Hey, we're both the same age, so I was into the Partridge Family, the Brady Bunch back in the day.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
One
it
of those
was
shows
huge,
is good.
man.
I'm sorry?
It was huge.
It was the biggest thing. And I say that sometimes, and I think, you know what, times are changing. You don't have to say it all the time. But Sarah reported on some show, and everybody in the world watched it. They had 17 million viewers. Like, that's nothing in Partridge Family.
Yeah.
And I hate to admit, Brady Bunch, too. We have 40 million viewers every single week. So you're not alone there, Rob. And by the way, everybody's got an album. Everybody had a poster. Everybody. And I just found this out. It's back on every morning.
Every morning?
Every morning.
On
some weird
Nickelodeon?
channel. I think it's called
There's Antenna
Fit.
TV, Me TV.
The word
They
looks
play.
like it says fit, but that would make no sense. But it's some kind of TV that it is on.
Well, I mean, all these shows from the 70s and 80s are back. Like, I see Matlock on TV all the time. I told you I watched Murder, She Wrote the
Right.
other day. There's a Bonanza is on all the time, which is super weird.
I love Bonanza.
We got a text into 90627. Stephen Renton says he would leave work early to make sure he saw the ladies on Charlie's Angels.
Oh.
Can't miss that.
And Farrah Fawcett's nipples, which I thought were unseemly.
Yeah.
Meg in historic Kent, have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV?
Oh, yes, and good morning to everybody on the morning show.
Good
here.
morning.
Morning.
This is hysterical. Way back in the 80s, everybody we know would live their life around Miami Vice.
Really?
I can see that. That was a hugely influential show.
I didn't watch it all the time or anything like that, but I was aware that it was on, and if I came across the TV, and they're sitting there in their cool Ferrari chasing criminals in a $3,000 suit. I went,
Wearing their pastel suit.
Yeah, I will watch this. This is fine with me. So I'm with you on that, Meg.
What about Tom in Tacoma? Have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV?
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid back in the 60s, Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. That was a great show. And they didn't have the kind of rules that they would have on wildlife today. Like, you could woke up and just punch a chimp in the face. Now, I would not suggest it. I love chimps, but you didn't have to take the cautions that we do today. What did you like most about it, Tom?
I kept waiting for Jim to get eaten while Marlon was up
Yeah, totally. That's why everybody watched that show.
Have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV? James and Bethel.
James, what's up?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
You're about to play Plinko on The Price is Right.
I love Plinko. It's my favorite game. Oh, my God. I'm obsessed with The Price is Right. You know this. And
you are obsessed with The Price is Right.
I'm at the gym, too, and I've actually laughed out loud or yelled at the television. I will play for each time that you need to bid on Contestants Row, and then at the end, and sometimes I say it out loud and forget that I'm in public.
Right.
Obsessed with The Price is Right.
The only time I care about Planko is I'm breading fish. I'm like, oh, I need more of
Planko.
those Oh, totally wrong thing.
That's
man.
panko.
Oh, I'm stupid.
You're a pain in the panko.
Well said.
Anya in Lacey, have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV?
Anya, what are you doing?
Oh, just hanging out. Well, I used to watch this show called EastEnders. It was a British television show on PBS here in Washington State in the 90s. And I got so wrapped up, I got a British pen pal, and we would exchange letters because we were both in love with the same actor, and it was really fun.
That's adorable.
You know what? There was a time when I would have said, you're living in a fantasy world, but that seems like that might be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
My wife is a big fan of stuff and, writes letters and goes on websites and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So I'm with you there, Anya.
I
don't know how to pronounce your name. Lael?
I'm going to go with Lael.
Yes, that is correct.
Hi, Lael.
Hi.
Hi.
So I became obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, which is super unlike me. I'm not into all that stuff, but the heart patient, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is his name. And I was so devastated when he died, and this is when MySpace was still so big.
Spoiler alert.
I reached out to his page, and I was just like, I love you. I'm so sad that you died, yada, yada. He actually reached out to me from his personal account after that.
Wow.
Ooh.
I smell a love connection.
Me too.
Yeah,
That's
and we
what I
went out
smell.
a couple times.
Wow.
Wait,
Holy moly.
Really? You went out with this guy a couple times?
Yes.
And
That's
what
so
happened?
cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But yeah, so
He's smoking hot. He is on The Walking Dead now. So he got killed off on Grey's Anatomy.
And now he's going to get killed off on The Walking Dead.
Was on The Good Wife, where he was like a hero and everybody loved him again, like super fallen lovable character. But now on The Walking Dead, which is just a show I get way too wrapped up in.
So how far
He's a
did
bad
this
guy.
romance go?
it didn't go very far. I was, I was probably like 23 and he was 40 something. And I think after like a couple times, he wanted to come down and visit me in San Diego. That's where I was living at the time.
Yeah.
And I got kind of weirded out. I was just like, I don't know. Now I would be like, absolutely, come see me. But at the time, I just kind of let it fizzle. But we went out a couple times. And
Nice.
All right, good enough. You always have that story to tell. That's awesome.
Well, and he's now happily married and has a baby that just showed up like last
Believe
week.
me, if my phone rang and the phone said, "Hello, Amy, this is Tim Curry. Would you like to go have some curry?" She'd tell that story for the rest of her life.
Curry with Tim Curry.
Curry with Tim Curry. In Surrey.
I'd drop you in a minute to go have curry
Why
with
not?
Tim Curry.
I'd let her go.
Tori, I know you've gotten super wrapped up in Star Trek, like wearing the costumes and stuff. Is that what it is for you, or is there another one?
You know, it's slightly related, I guess, but there's not a lot of TV shows I think are genuinely funny, but there's this show called Better Late Than Never, which has William Shatner, Henry Winkler, George Foreman, and Terry Bradshaw.
It's a great show. Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
They travel to Asia and recently Europe, and they do all these crazy activities. It's awesome.
I'll give you one moment from that show, and I've only seen one show, and it had this takeaway moment. They went to Japan, right? And they're in the airport, and they're kind of lost. And all the Japanese people are going crazy over the fawns and don't know the other guys. And it's making them mad. At first, they're thinking it's neat. We're not celebrities here. We can do whatever we want. Within 5 minutes, like, hey, so I'll sign your autograph.
Paul, have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV?
Yeah, one particular episode of Game of Thrones that I think threw everybody. It's 3 seasons in. By now, you've developed like people you're rooting for. Most people you're rooting for the
that little
Stark
dude died.
family. And then the writers decided it'd be a great idea to murder pretty much the entire family and everyone who ever supported them. Yeah, the Red Wedding.
There's a red wedding?
That's what people called the episode because they're invited to a wedding and then they slit the throats of the entire family and everyone who was fighting for them.
George
Spoiler
R.R.
alert,
Martin.
yeah.
Kills everyone.
I'll watch that episode.
Kills
Sounds bitchin'.
everybody. You're like all the people you like, boom, die in one episode.
What about the little dude?
Yeah, he dies the next episode with the school teacher.
That's terrible.
Derek, have you gotten wrapped up in something on TV?
I'm not sure if it's still on, but there was a History Channel series called Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, it's still on.
And the guy who hosted it gets progressively crazier during every season, and like his hair gets longer and starts going nuts. And now I can't look at this sky without thinking something insane is going on up there every single time.
When I saw that dude like 3 years ago, I said, I swear to God, honey. I was talking to my wife, not you.
I'll be your honey.
I said, I swear to God, honey, that guy's going to build a career around that hair. And the next week it'd be crazy. The next week, and then next thing I know, he's got a network series. I hate that guy.
Joe in Historic Kent says he got super wrapped up on the Challenger space shuttle on TV. Thank you all so much for your calls. We're going to take a very short break, but be right back with the news.
This traffic report is brought to you by Muckleshoot Casino on I-5 southbound just after Highway 516 near Des Moines. We do have an accident that's blocking the shoulder. On I-5 northbound near Highway 18 and Federal Way, there's an accident blocking the right lane. And on I-5 southbound at Highway 529 near Snohomish, there's an earlier accident that has been cleared, but you're still seeing about a 10-minute delay through there. Get ready to laugh out loud on Thursdays at 8 p.m. with LOL Comedy Nights at Muckleshoot Casino. Enjoy a full night of boisterous, joyful, free entertainment inside Club Galaxy. Visit muckleshootcasino.com for showtimes. Muckleshoot Casino, the biggest and best in the Northwest. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
This weather report is brought to you by Aer Lingus. The clouds are rolling in today. We'll be getting plenty of rain and highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Similar conditions will continue into the weekend, and it's currently 44 in downtown Seattle. It's never too late to plan that perfect spring getaway. Aer Lingus, Ireland's airline, invites you to discover Europe this spring. Fly from Seatac to Dublin and connect to 25 European destinations, including Rome, Paris, and Amsterdam. Smart flies Aer Lingus. That's www.aerlingus.com. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
News is brought to you by Car Toys. A woman who stopped to help a stranded motorist who ran out of gas was struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver early this morning in Kitsap County.
We were just talking about this. I was saying, if you see a hit and run, do you chase the guy down and get his license plate number, or do you pull over and help? And you said pulling it over, you could get hit by a car, and damn if you're not right just like an hour later.
Well, in this case, what happened was a person in a car ran out of gas. This woman stopped to help the stranded motorist. The stranded motorist, uninjured. The woman, who is a Good Samaritan, was the one struck and killed by a hit-and-run driver.
That's awful. And I remember that kid, a teenager, texted her dad and said, my tire's flat or some such thing, and he went to help, and he got killed right in front of her.
And a man was found in the middle of the road with life-threatening injuries overnight, and he, too, was the victim of a hit-and-run driver. This happened just before 2 a.m., Responders said there was calls of a pedestrian lying in the middle of the road. This was near Military Road and South 136th Street. Deputies found the man with severe injuries. He was taken to Harborview, and it was determined he was the victim of a hit and run.
What's the world coming to? I mean, if you're going to run people down in the street, you got to stop, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean, right? Like you don't know.
You have to stop.
Yes, you have to stop.
Sarah said earlier she wasn't going to stop, but that was if she saw somebody get hit, right?
Right, not she's the person that hit him, right? You can stop if you hit a guy. You want to hear a weird rule? If you hit a dog, you have to stop. If you hit a cat, you're allowed to keep going.
Is that like a real law?
It was the law the last time I checked, but I found that out 25 years ago. So maybe people went, hey, man, people are talking about it. We should change that law.
And Seattle officials are warning those who use bike shares in downtown Seattle to check the brakes before you take off. Both Spin and OFO bike share companies sent the alert to riders, saying they've gotten several reports of brake lines being cut, especially bikes in Pioneer Square, Westlake Park, and the International District.
You know, I don't often wish to quote Paul, but what's the world coming to?
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, how about a nice story in the news?
We would love that, Sarah.
There is a 7-year-old girl in Oregon who was at her sister's soccer game.
Right.
She was bored, sitting there watching the soccer game, so she started digging in the dirt. She then found what she thought at the time was a shiny rock. Well, this looked to her like something she had seen in Disney's Moana. Pearlescence, mother of pearl.
Right.
She called it the Moana rock, but then they took it to the authorities, and it turns out it is a fossil of a marine invertebrate called an ammonite.
Not an ammonite.
That went extinct 65 million years ago.
So they're going to take it away from this poor little girl.
And clone it.
They did not take it away.
Really?
It is hers. It is one of the rarest, and it is worth about $50,000.
Wow. That's kind of cool.
So somebody's going to take it away from this little girl?
You know, no offense, but that's probably the most interesting thing that ever happened at a soccer game.
Oh.
On to national and international news with more bad news to share. A 3-year-old girl has been wounded after an AK-47 assault rifle accidentally discharged as her grandmother was trying to unload the weapon inside of a Detroit area home.
Who gave grandma an AK?
Well, according to authorities, the grandma found the rifle in the home and was trying to get any bullets out of it when it accidentally discharged.
Usually you don't unload it one bullet at a time.
Yeah.
You usually pull that magazine out.
They don't know who owns the rifle, and police say charges will likely be forthcoming.
Against who?
Whoever
Against
they get
the
their hands
grandma
on.
or
No,
against somebody who
grandma's-
left a gun laying around?
So grandma's just an idiot.
Yeah, but she killed somebody.
No, not dead.
She shot somebody.
She shot somebody.
No, not dead. Not dead, hurt.
Tesla shareholders have approved, by a wide margin, a proposal to award Chairman and CEO Elon Musk a massive multi-billion-dollar stock grant.
Yeah, good idea. He deserves it.
Elon Musk could earn more than $50 billion over the next several years if Tesla hits certain milestones and if he stays on this current role. Sources say that the grant will give him $2.6 billion in stock options in 12 tranches that will each vest as he hits key milestones.
How does that get up to 50?
It could be up to $55.8 billion in stock.
Making him still broke on that list of rich guys.
Well, yeah, and this is he's got
he's
a
doing
lot.
all right,
He's
though.
doing all right, but I wish good stuff on this guy. I think he's an innovator. I think he's super much. I root for Bezos, but mostly because I think he's a maniac, and I think that's fun that he's a gazillionaire maniac. You don't have too many of that. Where Musk, I just think, wow, what's he going to invent? Trains that fly, cars that dance. What's he going to do next? I like that guy.
Well, and he does have his work cut out for him because he does have these plans, but some of them need to come to fruition for him to keep getting these grants. You know, they can't all just be ideas. Some of it actually has to happen.
And for his hyperlink trains, they have to go underground, right? Wouldn't it be faster to go above ground, bridges?
I thought in many places they are going to be above ground in like a tube.
Then I on a tube above ground. See, I'm always seeing all my drawings that I see are below ground.
I think it'll be
on
both.
the city.
Yeah.
See, whatever it is, it's a helpful thing because cows don't know here comes a hyperlink train. Let's just hang out on the tracks and look at stuff because I'm stupid and I'm a cow.
Yeah, they won't be able to do that because it's in a pressurized tube with magnets.
Magnets.
That's what propels it, right?
Cows are not magnetic.
No, they're not. Turns out.
Derek, what's Elon Musk's net worth?
$20 billion.
Oh, so he's doing all right.
He's doing all right.
It's not Bezos rich, but
no. Then again, who's Bezos rich besides Bezos?
Yeah.
Animal control officers had to be called to Pittsburgh to do a very strange capture of an animal.
Yeah.
This was a
Was it a magnetic cow?
No.
I hate those.
And it's not a mechanical monkey or
they
whatever.
go 700 miles an hour. They're really hard to catch.
She wants to talk about robot monkeys.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah, she really does.
She went out of her way to talk about my robot
There's a
monkeys.
sightseeing boat called the Gateway Clipper. We've
Yeah.
got a Clipper here. We've got the Victoria
Yeah, that's
Clipper.
our gateway boat.
So
Get on
imagine
that,
those.
Then you start riding on bigger boats.
Imagine this boat. This is like the Victoria Clipper. And a bunch of people are on there sightseeing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they see a bobcat.
Really?
Did they fight it?
It was on the boat.
Yeah,
Just
so you got to
starts
fight it.
Doing really bad comedy.
They have no idea how the bobcat got on the boat.
Wow.
Animal control said this was the first to be captured inside the city in several years and the first anyone can recall on a boat.
That's kind of cool. I like it. I like it a lot. And they got everybody safe and sound?
Nobody got hurt.
See, I told you those things were punks.
A lot of people, like, say, Gwyneth Paltrow, have been advocating for apitherapy. This is bee
Didn't she name one of her
acupuncture.
kids that?
Apitherapy. I told her what I was thinking, Paul.
Bee
Apitherapy.
bee acupuncture.
Oh.
Well, a 55-year-old woman in Spain has now died after getting bee acupuncture. It is just what you think it is. A bee stings you in several pressure points, just like an acupuncture needle would do, but these are bee stings instead.
It's got to be a lot of bees. I don't think you could like train a single bee. Do the shoulder.
I
bee.
could.
Really?
It turns out she got stung too many times and had an allergic reaction to bee venom. Died.
It's her fault.
Because she didn't suck the venom out?
No, because she signed up to do it when she's allergic to bees.
Yeah.
It's not their fault.
She's not allergic to bees. She was allergic to this many bee stings, which can happen to many people. So if you
Not me, because I'm not getting that done. I got that vampire facial thing one year. It's craziness. They poked me in the face for a couple hours.
Oh, wow.
that just injected you with your own blood in that, your plasma.
And somebody should have known right off the bat, Bonnigy's blood's probably terrible. If we take it out, don't put it back in.
That took you weeks to recover.
Yeah, it did.
But you look so handsome now.
Oh, look at me go.
Golden Corral.
Yeah, I love that place.
Is that the place with the chocolate fountain?
Sure is. And the water and the white chocolate fountain as well. So they have both milk and white. And then they have like a 12-ounce filet mignon for $1.72.
And a gravy fountain, too. Don't get that mixed up with a chocolate fountain.
Gravy fountain.
Well, chairs were thrown and arrests were made when a fight broke out at a Golden Corral.
I, for one, am shocked there was a fight at the Golden Corral.
Apparently, the Chuck E. Cheese was all full that day.
That was nice.
Now, a man named Terrence Jones was celebrating Grandma's birthday when he says people tried to fight him. Video footage does show 4 men walking up to him and getting into an altercation. Chairs were thrown. They threw anything they could get their hands on, including
Not the chocolate waterfall.
the chocolate fountain.
Oh, no.
The
Crazy.
gravy fountain.
Oh.
They threw
and
all
the
the
white
fountains?
chocolate fountain.
Man, they threw all the fountains.
The nacho cheese fountain.
That's not in there.
That has to be a
they
thing,
have-
right?
It has to be there.
That's nacho cheese.
Is that what the fight was about?
And somebody
He thought
said
that it was, in fact, his cheese.
And somebody said that in the 2000s. Yeah.
This one dude got the most charges, but one of them was mob action was the charge.
Oh, wow.
Like getting a mob together to beat somebody up.
Exactly.
That's pretty
It's working
crazy.
in a mob and inciting to riot.
Yeah.
There's a kind of a cool story out of Florida. We don't have many of those.
No, we don't.
This is a Floridian named Seven Wade.
The guy's named Seven?
Yep.
I know.
7 is 9 years old. To make
Seven's
things-
9?
7 is 9.
The odds of that.
And 9-year-old Seven Wade is now in the Guinness Book of World Records for hand clapping.
Fast or continuous?
1,080 times in 1 minute.
Yeah, that's fast.
That's fast, yeah.
He's on YouTube. You can see him. He became interested in being a hand clapper when he saw the previous record holder and said, I could do that. And indeed has. They said that it's obviously like all the other stuff with Guinness. It's a very strict way of clapping. It needs to make sound.
Wouldn't it be confusing if he got hooked up with the other clapper and every time he clapped twice, he just turned off?
Pretty impressive. 9 years old. He's in the
Yeah.
Guinness
Gotta
Book
have,
of
yeah,
World
gotta have a
Records.
goal, 7.
Oh, Florida. Right?
Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
A Fly Jamaica Airways crew member was busted at New York City's JFK airport with something strapped to his legs.
Wow.
It doesn't seem very comfortable. I mean, it's a long flight. You kind of want
You have to
be
stand the
loose.
whole way.
Yeah.
This guy who was working for Air Jamaica had $160,000 worth of cocaine taped to his legs.
How'd he get caught?
He went through border control, and what normally happens, the way they catch you is either the dog or you're acting suspicious. Or you're acting suspicious, and then they bring the dog over.
Yeah. You're randomly selected for a pat down.
That happens as well.
That
and
does happen.
This guy had 9 pounds taped to his legs.
Wow.
Another way that sometimes people get caught is if it's taped to their legs, they're not moving correctly.
Do you know the number one way for getting caught when you're going through customs? Talking too much.
Yeah.
See that?
Offer
You're nervous.
too much information. I didn't know that. I read up on these things for a reason. And they said
For
that's
a
the
reason?
number one. Yeah.
Because they said, Mr. Bonaducci, here's the reason we keep
No.
calling you into the back room.
But much like I asked you, or I didn't ask you, I said how much I want that book, How to Disappear.
Yeah.
I have no intention of disappearing.
Right.
It'd be very difficult for me to disappear. It's just stuff I wanted to know. I want to know what gets you caught when you, because nobody even asked me, ever. I'm a known bad person. Ex-bad person, I like to point that out. But they always go, sup, like that. Then they stare at you for an extra second that unnerves you, and then they say, okay, you can go. So I was just wondering what got you caught and being chatty.
Yeah.
Being chatty.
Because you're nervous.
Weird that I'm not in
Walking
jail
funny.
constantly.
Right.
Being chatty is the thing.
Sweating profusely.
Yeah. Coke in your pocket.
Chick-fil-A, obviously known for its fried chicken.
Yeah.
But fans of
I did not know they made fried chicken.
Like chicken sandwiches, like
Chicken
a fried
sandwiches.
chicken patty.
Yeah, I had no idea they made a fried chicken.
What did you think it was? Just like
All
baked?
like or
Grilled?
grilled or whatever it was. I thought it was like the real healthy stuff.
Well, fans of Chick-fil-A are taking to the internet to teach other fans of Chick-fil-A about its secret menu. They say there is something called the Double Down.
Yeah.
And if you want to order that, that is a bunless sandwich with 2 slices of fried chicken between 2 more fried chicken patties layered with cheese and bacon between each slice.
They stole that from Kentucky Fried
they-
Chicken.
they
It was
totally
called
did.
the Double Down, the KFC Double
They
Down.
This
can't
is the
do
Double
that.
Down.
The Double Down.
Other secret menu items?
Animal style.
And Colonel Sanders wants to encourage gay people to get married, unlike the Chick-fil-A guy.
Other
I don't know
items?
that to be true, as a matter of fact. I just made that up.
You just totally made that
Yeah,
up.
he doesn't seem like
He
a very
doesn't.
progressive
He
individual,
really-
Mr. Colonel
he
Sanders.
really doesn't.
Root beer floats
Yeah.
and grilled cheese.
Oh, we should go there right
When
now.
was they added root beer floats?
Secret menu. Are you not listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Huh? Okay, thank you.
A Philadelphia man is in custody after leading state police on a 77-mile pursuit that lasted 40 minutes. This guy was clocked going 90 in a 55.
Yeah.
They tried to pull him over. He was in a 2017 Lincoln MKZ that made several illegal improper lane changes.
You know, and he was driving that Lincoln before they paid him to drive that Lincoln.
all right.
The car continued to drive, reaching speeds of 130.
Woo!
Who knew a Lincoln can go so fast? Police tried 3 unsuccessful spike strip attempts. They were finally able to deploy some that were slowing him down. They got him into custody. He was trying to flee the cops because he had $40,000 worth of illegal cigarettes in the car.
Wow. So they're illegal because they don't have a tax stamp, would be my
Correct.
guess.
No tax stamp, untaxed, 369 cartons of unstamped, untaxed cigarettes.
Wow.
And as you can imagine, it probably wouldn't have been worth it because he's going to do some time.
Well, the time you do on that, let's assume he has no criminal record, which I'm sure he does. The time he's going to do is on the chase,
Right.
not the cigarettes.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
mad about
Yeah.
that stuff. They hate that. I've been told to my face how much we hated that.
They're not fans of that.
They're not, man.
Ford F-Series.
Yeah.
Well-known trucks.
Yeah.
Paul,
the
you drove a
F-150. I drove a F-150 a lot. I mean, that's one of the most popular vehicles in America.
Yep. Well, how about the Ford F-550?
Ooh, that's a big truck.
Is that what that is? Bigger?
Yeah,
It
they get
is
bigger.
a huge luxury SUV that looks futuristic. I was trying to figure out a way of explaining what this looks like. It's definitely something out of a sci-fi movie. It kind of
Really?
looks like a diamond. You know how a diamond has facets?
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's black matte. So super sleek and black and kind of looks like diamond edged cut.
Wow. I
This
just thought it was just
thing-
going to be some big truck, as I find the big trucks, even Paul's big truck, I find stupid.
It's designed to look like a stealth firefighter, or not a firefighter, a stealth fighter.
Yeah.
And
Well, how do you design something to be invisible? I assume it's right. I don't know. Can you see it? No.
4-wheel drive. There is a widescreen TV and a refrigerator inside. There's also a Nespresso machine inside.
They made some of these before, not like you couldn't buy them just regular people. They were SWAT vehicles.
This
That's
looks
how
like
big
that.
they are. They're like an armored SWAT
Yep.
vehicle.
The company plans to build nine of these vehicles, and they cost $2 million a pop.
Well, I was interested for a minute. And now I'm not.
It's Paul, are you looking at pictures? It's pretty awesome looking.
I am trying to look up the ones because I've seen them before. They called them the Pit Bull, the SWAT team vehicles. Yeah,
This is
it's
the Carlman King.
okay. Yeah, I don't see that, but it's kind of looks kind of like a Hummer, really.
It's like you took the Batmobile and made it into an SUV.
Yeah,
You know what,
that's the
Derek?
ones
That
that they
is
had
a
for
perfect
SWAT.
That's a Hummer.
description.
Yeah, it looks a lot like a Hummer. What is the one called that they're selling to regular people?
With a K, Carlman King. Derek's looking at a picture of it, and he says it looks like, what did you say, the Batmobile on steroids?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you took the Batmobile and made it into an SUV.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this is much
Okay.
more futuristic looking.
Tori, will you put a picture of that on our website so people can find it?
Yep, you got it.
It is
KZOK.com, that's where you'll look.
super, super cool looking. Unfortunately, the price tag a little prohibitive. That
Yeah,
and the
$2
fact that they're only
million?
making 9.
Oh,
And your news this morning was brought to you by Car Toys. We still have a lot of show to go. The Daytime Emmy Awards have been nominated, and we'll see if Danny Bonaducci's in there.
I bet he is.
I'm just very excited over we have a lot of show to go. That was bitching. Hey, stay where you are. We got a lot of show to go.
We do, and we also have a chance for you to win $1,000 coming just after 9.
This traffic report is brought to you by Taco Bell. In Seattle on Rainier Avenue South, as you approach King Street, we do have an accident there causing a pretty hefty delay, about a 40-minute delay because only one lane is getting through right now. Other than that, though, most of your roadways are pretty clear. Taco Bell is always coming out with crazy items. They just took it to the next level. They've made a taco shell completely out of fried egg and filled it with bacon, potatoes, and cheddar cheese. It's called the Naked Egg Taco, and you can now get 2 for just $3.49. It's all the breakfast you love wrapped in a fried egg shell. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Yesterday, a whole slew of songs went into the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry.
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, Run DMC's Raising Hell, and The Temptations' My Girl were among those that went in.
All right.
Some other ones, Alice's Restaurant from Arlo Guthrie, The Sound of Music soundtrack, Tony Bennett's I Left My Heart in San Francisco, La Freak, C'est Chic, your favorite, Kenny Rogers, The Gambler.
Great song.
Paul, your favorite, Everett Treasure, Kenny Loggins, Footloose.
Oh, yeah.
And also The Rhythm's Gonna Get Ya from Gloria Estefan.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think all
approve of all of that. Yeah.
So you approve on all accounts?
I do.
A couple of other ones went in, like Yo-Yo Ma and Victor Herbert's Orchestra, some stuff from like the early 1900s went in as well.
I'm not rushing out to the Library of Congress to check them out. I don't even think I have a Library of Congress card.
No, you don't. They took it.
But I think it's good that they're putting all those songs in.
Is there a place? There's a place, though, right? The Library of Congress. We can go there if we wanted.
I don't know. I don't know if we can go there. Maybe we can go there and
I
tour
think we
it.
can go there. I think it's ours.
Really?
I don't think we can go there.
Okay, my money's on we can go there. Yours is that we cannot go there.
I don't think we can go there and like check out Gloria Estefan.
But can we take a tour or something?
I think we can walk in. Well, and I have no idea. I'm just saying this because it sounds like it's an American taxpayer piece of property.
I'm going to see if they have any Yelp reviews. Library of Congress, hours of operation.
You can take a 1 hour walking tour, but
You
you're
can.
not free to just go anywhere you please.
Right.
So you can sign up and get a tour.
That is a gorgeous library. They are actually on Yelp.
See?
4.5 stars.
That's hilarious.
I wonder what the complaint was.
I don't know. That they couldn't check anything out.
There's
I
no
bet.
parking.
Yeah, probably.
All week long, we've been giving you a chance to win tickets to Dead and Company at the Gorge this summer.
Yeah.
We will give you another chance to win those tickets tomorrow at 7:20. But turns out the Grateful Dead have some new vinyl coming out. To tell us all about that and the new music coming out tomorrow, the music expert, Tori.
All right, so the Grateful Dead are going to release the Best of the Grateful Dead Live, Volume 1, 69 through 67.
All right.
And this is vinyl.
This is vinyl. It's a compilation record of the best live material from those years. It's kind of interesting because the Grateful Dead is one band that released as many live albums as they did studio recordings.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because I didn't really like the Grateful Dead until I heard Europe in 72, which is one of the greatest live records of all time.
Yep.
This song, Jack Straw, will be on it. Bertha, Truckin', all your favorites.
Awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, do you use different voices depending on what gig you're doing? Here's what the new hot albums are. It's totally different one. Here's a rain cloud in your future. You sound like two
I do
totally
the same
different
thing
women.
too. I get it.
I don't notice it, but I guess.
All right, well, you sound very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, the Moody Blues. Tell us about their new release coming out tomorrow.
So they're releasing Days of Future Past Live, which is a DVD. And last year they promoted this record, Days of Future Past.
I'm already confused. Days of Future Past.
Well, they're on drugs,
on
so
your
obviously.
DVD.
Yeah. This was their 67 breakthrough record, and last year they toured around to celebrate this in
I'm already
2007.
lost. When you say they, who the hell do you mean?
The Moody Blues.
All right, don't yell at me, young lady. Don't care what voice you're using. I'll come in there and rap you on the knuckles.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think you can actually do
no,
that.
You can't. I'm not sure you can even threaten to do it. I might be in trouble.
Wait, no, that was somebody impersonating Danny. That wasn't really Danny.
Some gravelly voiced loser.
So I watched a clip of this, and it's really, really good. They still sound amazing for some old guys. And it's always been a record that's been one of my favorites. It has Nights in White Satin and Tuesday Afternoon, basically the only songs you know by the Moody Blues.
Right, totally true.
Yeah.
Totally true.
But it's really great.
Nice. All right, Led Zeppelin, How the West Was Won, live album full of like every amazing Led Zeppelin song, right?
Oh my God, everything. Since I've Been Loving You, Stairway to Heaven, Going to California, Black Dog. This is incredible.
Is that really about a black dog?
It is about a black dog.
It is.
Amazing.
It's about a black dog, I think, that showed up at their studio.
That's what I've heard.
Yep.
What a story.
Yeah, I know, right? But this is a really cool remaster by Jimmy Page. He remastered all their other albums a couple years ago, and it's so amazing. It's really bass heavy. Robert's
So you can really hear the
vocals.
difference between like a previous release and this new release?
Oh my God, night and day. It literally, it bumps your stereo. It's amazing. So
That's
this
awesome.
is actually live material from the LA Forum and Long Beach Arena from '72. So back when they were in their
Nice.
heyday.
Yeah. And is this a clip of it right here?
This is, yes.
Bump it up, Derek. That's live.
I was going to mock the look. It sounds so different, Tori, but it does.
It does.
Yeah, it sounds
really
great.
does.
Sounds amazing.
I'll mock her for something else.
Uh-oh. Tori, any other standouts this week?
Yes, but I'll put them up at KZOK.com.
Awesome.
I
Thank
thought you
you.
meant the band. Yes.
Is there new music from Yes this week?
No.
I wish.
But there's new music from No.
Well, if you want to buy any of that music, we will help you out with maybe a chance at winning some money. Everybody's He's still talking.
Can't wait your turn, Paul. You got to talk over the guy.
$200 is $1,000. Your chance to win. Everybody's doing it. You can do it too. KZOK.com to find out more.
Everybody is doing it.
The 2018 Daytime Emmys are right around the corner, and the nominees are in. Standout stars like Kelly Ripa, Ryan Seacrest, Steve Harvey, Harry Connick Jr. have all been nominated this year for
They
the
nominated
award.
Harry Connick?
Indeed, they did.
I thought he'd be dead now.
I liked that show.
Me too. I just don't see how it goes daytime. Everything else on daytime, usually being different is good. In this case, I didn't think so.
Yeah, well, I think it's more people agree with you than me because I think it's going away.
Oh, see, and I told you it would.
I think it's going away because his wife is suffering from cancer.
Oh, well, that's
a little less fun.
And he's got two young daughters that think need a daddy at home.
Yeah, daddy with a job. What are you doing?
Mario Lopez, Cheryl Underwood will be hosting, and it is set for Sunday, April 29th. Tons of categories, but just a couple of highlights. Outstanding culinary program, A Chef's Life, Giada Entertains, Lydia's Kitchen, Mind of a Chef, and Valerie's Home Cooking. Outstanding game show, Family Feud, Jeopardy, Let's Make a Deal, The Price is Right, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
All right.
Yes, that's still on.
And Jeopardy's on in the daytime now? Are these all daytime or no?
Nope, this is just
Next time I'll listen.
I think I won a couple of those games.
Yeah, I think you
makes me
did.
Happy.
So the other ones that are nominated, The Chew, Dr. Oz, Today, Larry King Now, Steve Harvey, and Outstanding Entertainment Talk Show host, Harry Connick Jr., Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest, everybody from the show The Real, all the hosts from The Talk, and all the hosts from The View.
All right.
That's, like I said, tip of the iceberg.
Now, Harry's got to win something because of all that sad stuff he said about his family.
I'd throw him an Emmy.
Yeah.
In the category of whose wife has cancer.
Catch.
Yeah, there you go. He deserves. He's a super talented guy. I just didn't ever think that daytime TV was his place.
And so was he on for 3 seasons?
Yeah, 3 or 4 seasons, I think.
He can't have been on 4 seasons.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
That's what, 3 or 4?
A lot of people wondered what the heck happened to Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
She won an Oscar for $1 Million Baby and for Boys Don't Cry.
She won 2 Academy Awards, this lady.
And then she kind of disappeared for a bit. She gave an interview with Stephen Colbert and said the reason she has stepped away from the limelight, her father underwent a lung transplant and she was his sole caregiver. She said, there have been plenty of job opportunities that I've passed on, but I just can't do it because what we're really here for is our family. So she took care of her father instead of working.
Or instead of paying some guy with credentials and that went to medical school to do it.
Well, I'm sure she had plenty of doctors on hand as well, but to be there for your parent when they raised you, I think that was pretty awesome of her. Oh, Danny!
It was a short one because I'm scared of this opinion.
To comfort him, to give him that
I just
emotional
can't imagine,
support. Yeah.
I cannot imagine looking at every member of my family whenever whatever was happening to me and saying, no, go on with your life. Stop by, tell me how much you love me, give me a bowl of soup, whatever you're going to do. But please go on with your life. I wouldn't want to ruin your life. That's what I would say. And if I were Hilary Swank, I would say, well, all right.
YouTube is going real big with its launch for the Karate Kid TV sequel, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
This is for YouTube, and it will be premiering on May 2nd after launching at the Tribeca Film Festival.
I will fight every single member of Cobra Kai. Oh, I snorted on
That
my
one
threat.
sounded like it
I
hurt.
snorted on my threat. You can't do that.
And how is I don't know how many years it's been, but how is the Karate Kid still a kid?
I
Like
don't
that
know.
guy has not aged a single day.
Should be the Karate Senior.
Right?
Totally.
But no, he's not. He looks like exactly like he.
Is Ralph Macchio in this show?
Yeah, he is. It's the two. It's the two main guys. Him and the blonde guy that he fights.
What
Like,
do they do?
Ralph Macchio looks good.
Now I would
great.
imagine that they're like the
Wow.
heads of their dojos or whatever.
What, do you want me to tell you? Or do y'all
Yeah.
just want to sit around guessing?
No, we want to talk about how great Ralph Macchio looks.
Right. I think those two are lovers now.
The series is set more than 3 decades after the events of the 1984 All Valley Karate Tournament and revolves around a down-and-out Johnny who is seeking redemption and reopens the famous Cobra Kai dojo. It reignites his rivalry with the very successful Daniel, played by, he looks good, Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, he does. Can we talk a little bit about how
I
good
think we should.
Ralph Macchio
They
looks?
changed his name to Ralph He Looks Great Macchio.
Well, this is him struggling to maintain the balance of his life without Mr. Miyagi because
Yeah.
Pat Morita is no longer with us.
Oh, that's tomorrow's
Oh, no,
clue for
is
who's
that
not dead.
Oh, man.
He is dead, so. But you know who's not dead? Ralph Macchio. He looks great.
I've heard that.
Pittsburgh native Wiz Khalifa honored him with a song. The ending of Fast and Furious 7 was known to bring grown men to tears. And now, a documentary about the action star Paul Walker is in the works.
Yeah.
They're going to have a documentary on the life and, of course, the death of the Fast and Furious actor. This is set to premiere this summer.
He wasn't actually a Fast and Furious actor. He was a very nice, level-headed young man.
And longtime television personality and entertainer Frank Avruck, who is the star of Bozo the Clown,
Yeah.
has died.
Really?
89 years old.
Wow, it's an old clown.
Wow.
He was Bozo. Sounds mean to say.
No, he was Bozo.
He was Bozo the Clown from 1959 to 1970. And because of widespread franchising, this was a very popular television
Yeah,
show.
I grew up watching it.
And they say he was the guy who played it the longest, was the most well-known, has died at the age of 89.
Well, sorry to see you go there, Bozo.
That show scared me.
Really?
Absolutely.
I don't think you're alone. I would normally mock you for being afraid of Bozo, but I think that was a thing.
He was a particularly strange-looking clown, in my opinion.
All right, he's been dead 8 minutes. Hang on, sister.
He was a great bozo. Let's take a look at sports. Sports brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY, 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Yesterday, the Mariners defeated the Brewers 7-4. Today, they face the Rangers. 6:40 start time. You guys, we are
Those
now
Rangers.
1 week away from the regular season.
One week away.
1 week away.
1 week away.
Yeah.
Indians, 7-10. Safeco Field. Mariners, woo!
Be there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you will not see David Phelps.
Oh, he's my favorite.
He is 31 years old. He had relief appearances, did quite well since we acquired him last summer from Miami. However, David Phelps will be out for the entire 2018 season because he's undergoing Tommy John surgery.
At least it only takes a minute.
Ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction.
It takes longer than to say it than to have Tommy John surgery.
It's freaky fast.
Yeah, thank you.
NCAA action continues today. Gonzaga versus Florida State, 7 o'clock in the Sweet 16. Go Zags.
Go Zags.
Go me.
Yeah, go you. Do you
Go
have the
me.
Zags in your
Bracket's a great
bracket?
I'm assuming I have the Zags. If the Zags
You picked all the winners so far.
I have. I'm number one,
Yeah.
buddy.
You're number one.
Yeah, you're number two.
The Indianapolis 500, an American staple on ABC for 53 years.
Yeah.
Count them, 53. Well, no,
It's
don't.
going to take a second.
Is that the one where it's hot out and they dump the milk all over each other?
Don't look at me. I'm not into auto racing.
The Indy 500, is that the
Yes.
milk one?
No.
That's the Daytona 500.
Daytona 500, okay.
Anywho,
Yeah, Paul.
the Indianapolis 500 will have a new television home next season.
Really?
The entire IndyCar package is moving to NBC. 53 years on one network. It is the second longest partnership in television and sporting, behind only the Masters, which has been on CBS since 1956.
Wow.
Not sure exactly what went wrong, but somebody, I'm guessing, is in a little bit of trouble.
I'll bet.
Sports was brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys at 1-800-DUI-AWAY. As we told you a few moments ago, all of the new music that is in stores tomorrow up at KZOK.com, thanks to Tori. And right next to that, I have a brand new beer blog.
No!
I went to a really cool spot called Liberty Bar in Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
And it's fancy cocktails, awesome beer, and sushi.
Okay, I said like I knew the place. Now I don't think I do. It sounds bitchy.
I had never been there before, and it's not a Japanese restaurant. It's a fancy cocktail place that serves awesome sushi.
Oh, man. I like sushi. I love booze. One of them I can't
have. Brand new beer blog up at KZOK.com, thanks to my friends at Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, because they too have a delightful brewery, 210 Brewing Company, up there at Angel of the Winds.
All right, you know who won the Indy 500?
Who is that, Danny?
And you know who played in the Masters?
Who's
and we're going to dump milk all over this guy when he comes
wearing
in.
his green jacket that says he won.
Who's that, Danny?
No one I actually know, but the Silver Fox, Steve Slayton's going to walk in this room any second now. I need you to play classic rock and roll because that's just what he was born to do. We'll get out of his way. Bye.